Hello, viewers. Welcome back to race 5
Race
of the
five.
Broadcast Challenge series here at DRS. And tonight's going to be an exciting one. We're at Belle Isle in Detroit, mirroring the IMSA schedule as close as we can. And it's only been a week since we raced at Laguna Seca. And I got to say, the lack of practice plus this very technical track means we're in for quite the show tonight.
I think it's going to be a lot of carnage, but also very entertaining.
Absolutely. We've got events planned all throughout the night. We've got the practice going on right now, followed up by qualifying, and then a 2.5 hour race, standard for all of our other races. But on top of that, we've got some trivia. We're going to be interacting with you guys, and then we will be hopping on board with all of our drivers and all of our teams throughout the night to spread all of your messages in chat. So if you guys are in chat right now, let us know you're here, say hello, and we're going to get started with the drivers of Detroit here in 4 minutes for trivia.
Yeah, trivia. Like John said, 4 minutes. We're going to get ready. Learn our drivers. We do have, in case you didn't know, because it's very last minute change, we do have one team who's going to be down a driver this week. We cannot find a reserve driver in time. So OK Motorsports, that's our principal, Brian Zabelski, who we all know is a very quick driver. They are going to be down a driver for tonight. So chat, if you're listening in and you want to get involved, we need reserve drivers. All you have to do is be a DRS member and you could join in on all the fun. Plus there's a cash prize at the end.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest parts about this endurance league is that there are payouts after every race with the grand prize at the very end, which is very exciting. And I know that puts a lot on these minds of these drivers when they're racing around knowing that money's on the line. So
it definitely does. And I believe it's a team prize pot. So it's like $2,000 for the winning team.
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. And right now, I believe Full Throttle is sitting in first place right now, but Mile High Motor Club is not far behind. So
yeah, the point battle's getting really close. So OK Motorsports coming in with one driver less than the other teams is definitely going to have something to look out for that team as they race around this track.
It definitely is. So, yeah, chat. Let us know. Are you here? Are you with us? We're getting ready. We're watching some practice happening before qualifying happens. We're going to get to know some of our drivers. We do have also a new reserve driver tonight for Moto House. Moto House is Elijah Cruz is going to be our reserve driver tonight. So this will be his first race with us.
Oof,
so
a tough one to join on.
Definitely. So get out your phones or get on another computer. Scan our QR code for our first trivia of the night. What you win if you win this trivia is a free sim session here at DRS Centennial. I believe it's a 1-hour session. You plus 3 of your friends come down and Andrew's paying for it. So
it's a pretty good deal.
All you gotta do is scan the code and it's basically just how well do you know the drivers.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool deal, and it's exciting because the sim that we have here at Denver Racing Social is a full 360-degree motion sim. So if you haven't driven any other kind of 360-degree motion sim, you are definitely missing out, and I think that's a really awesome prize to have for our trivia here that starts in less than a minute.
Yeah. I am logging in now. The nice thing about our trivia is that all you have to do is enter your name. Super easy.
Yep, I'm in.
Scan the code.
I'm ready.
I just logged in. You scan the code, enter your name, and yeah, it'll be this one. Then we're gonna have some more trivia throughout the race. But we're getting ready to start. Chat. Let us know if you're there. If you're ready for some interesting trivia for our drivers.
Yes, should be a good time tonight. I'm excited.
It will be. Do you have any predictions? Who do you think's gonna win?
Honestly, I think it is up in the air for literally any of our other race winners that we've had so far this season, because we've had a more different race winners this season than I was anticipating. No one is completely running out there and destroying the field, so I think that any of the team principals have a shot of winning this thing. because they're all really good drivers. But if I were to put out my prediction there as a broadcaster, I'm going to be cheering for Christian Martinez because last week he was battling for the lead, had an unfortunate racing incident. So I just know he's coming back with vengeance today. And a win for him after last week would be huge.
Definitely. All right, well, let's get started with trivia. Do we know what Shea drives in real life? I have no idea, but
Maybe
I'm guessing.
Maybe he does have a longboard still.
I mean, maybe that's his like favorite mode of participation of transportation. Chat, let us know. All right, let's see. What does Shea drive? We think he drives a BMW.
Oh,
He drives a BMW.
I got that wrong. I said Volkswagen. Yeah, that's on me.
All right, chat. We're the only ones in here.
What is Dom's favorite color?
I'm going to pause it till we get more people in the chat and in our trivia.
Absolutely. Sounds great. Chat, let us know you're there. Say
Are
hello.
You there?
Say what's up.
Let us know. I'm going to pause this so it gives you time to
really think about Dom's favorite color.
Now, if you were with us last week, a lot of our drivers' favorite color is red.
That's a pretty good answer, I guess.
It is a good answer, but is it the right answer?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's hard to say.
Thanks, Dayton. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I mean, like that's scoring points for your team, you know, and that's getting some free sim time here at DRS. So drivers are more than welcome.
Benjamin participated last week, so I think you're more than welcome. I'm pretty sure Benjamin did win last week, and then he gave that up to one of the viewers who was participating. So
how generous!
If you win, you can also give that up, or you can take it. I mean, we just need people to be in participating in trivia. But aren't you practicing?
Maybe he's done enough practice laps and it's not
I don't
sitting
see him
waiting
on the
for qualifying.
list. Is he on the list? I don't see you up on our stream.
I don't think Dayton needs to practice. I think he just naturally talented, right?
I mean, I think now that he's no longer in that metal folding chair, he's like, whew, he got quick. Dayton is one of those drivers who's pretty much at the top, like consistently finishing the top 5.
It really surprised me because he came in as like a pure rookie, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I thought.
No, and I think like it goes to show, especially last week at Laguna Seca, Dayton and Benjamin, both for Full Throttle Racing, were up there in contention for the win. So definitely a good team pairing there for Full Throttle, as I believe Full Throttle is also in first for the driver team points, correct?
Team points, they are in first, yep.
Yeah, and just to clarify on that, in terms of the prizes, let me pull that up real quick because the top 3 drivers do get paid and the top 3 teams also get paid. And they split up that $2,000 prize pot based on where they finished. There's a little bit more weight given to the... Oh, I made the damn rules, and I don't remember them. Rules change, as some people would say, right? But that's why I write them down. But yeah, no, one of them's weighted heavier than the other one. So either drivers get paid a bigger percentage of that total pot, or the teams do. But the reason we set it up that way was to incentivize individuals, but yet still have that collaboration between the teams. So I think Full Throttle Racing probably has the biggest dilemma on their hand with Benjamin, with Dayton, and with Dominic on that team, to where they all, I mean, we're only 5 races into an 11-race season, so I think they all still have a chance to kind of still be in contention for that prize money at the top. So
definitely.
And we have Christian walking in right now.
Uh-oh, Christian, you should be in practice.
Christian's another one of those guys who apparently doesn't
mean,
need to practice.
Christian is
doesn't. He's
7/10
so
on the field
fast.
right now, so it looks like his lap time's to be defeated
Hey,
for
Chad,
now.
remember, Christian, if Benjamin is a dirty boy, call him out. If he's being a dirty boy, all right?
All right, chat. You heard it from Christian himself.
All right? I'm going to be over there. Call him out if he's a dirty boy.
You want to say it into this mic?
Definitely a battle to keep our eye on.
Benjamin, just chat. Remind Benjamin if he's being a dirty boy to stop it.
Dayton says you don't say that.
Christian is our lovely neighbor across the way who always complains about our music being too loud.
It just goes to prove that the party is
Doesn't even
actually
comment
here,
on that.
and you should really join our trivia to win a session here at DRS.
Absolutely,
The party is here.
your life will change for the better. We can both confirm.
Definitely. Hi, Gloria. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Chris just left.
I believe
We'll make
that
sure to tell him
might
you said hi.
may be my
Yes.
mother. Gloria.
Huh?
She's my mom.
Hi, Andrew's mom. Thanks
I
for
think.
joining us. I can still say thank you. We appreciate your
Oh yeah, of
support.
course. No, thanks.
And it's really interesting. I didn't know that Dayton's first time he ever drove was at the old location. That was only like a year ago. We were at the old location a year ago.
Yeah, that's
That's
really
crazy.
impressive turnaround time to have the skill he does
Yeah.
in the sim now. So,
Oh,
ooh, a little
it
bit
wasn't
of contact,
Dominic's fault. He got hit.
contact in practice. So, chat, what color do you think this driver? What do you think this driver's favorite color is? Right here, right here. Seeing red for sure.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and we're just gonna start it. So, real quick, I'm gonna give you like a 10-second countdown. All you gotta do is scan the QR code or go to crowd.live, and our code for this trivia is 2SJEF. So, quickly run to trivia. I'm gonna get it started so that we have time to keep going with our schedule. But you've had plenty of time to figure out this question. I would say you could Google it, but I don't think it's out there. Not yet, anyway. We would like to give a congratulations to Dominic, who's graduating high school. But between Laguna Seca last week, he also had a real life race this last weekend, which his team came in first place on Saturday and in second place on Sunday. So congratulations to Dominic and your team. You guys did awesome, and we're gonna see how he does tonight. But
Absolutely,
this
yeah,
guy's a race car driver.
yeah.
He's got
Double
the passion.
podium for the weekend. Very impressive stuff.
Definitely. All right, we're starting our trivia back up. So here we go. What do we think Dominic's favorite color is? I did not pick red.
I think it would be silly not to pick red.
I don't think it's red. He drives a blue car. I don't really know the answer.
I don't know. It says time has run out to answer for me, so
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna hope it was
Oh.
red.
What? Hold on. Well, if you have it on, it's showing that his the right answer is blue.
Ah. Oh well. You win some and you lose some.
Totally a guess on my end. All right. We have anybody else joining the trivia? I don't want to win. All right, Xavier, what does he drive in real life? Now remember, with our trivia, all of the trivia we do tonight is going to be crowd.live, and each one's going to have a new code. But the faster you answer, the more points you get. So, even if it's just a guess, answer one. Let us know in the chat what you're thinking. Oh, we both picked a Honda.
We both picked a Honda. Oh,
Honda.
there we go.
I drive a Honda. Honda, I think, is so reliable. That's always what I'll pick if it's an option there.
See a lot of Honda CRVs on the road, so I thought statistically it was a
Definitely.
good choice.
Zane. Now, a little tidbit. This question didn't change from last week.
So if you watched
So
last
if
week,
watched
you
last
should.
Week, you know the answer.
Yeah, you should know the
he
answer.
does not drive a city bus. We talked about that.
Madeline, please stop by next time you're over here with Chris, by the way. I did see that. Sorry, I come and go as I please, but please do come on by. Have him text me before you guys actually come by.
Aw, we all got it wrong.
Unfortunate.
All right. Now, Jake is not racing with us tonight.
He's not racing.
I don't know where he's going to be, but he was not on the roster for tonight. But he is one of our, he is not a reserve driver. He is one of the normal drivers, but he had to be out, which is why we need reserve drivers.
I think based on his hat, it's going to be papaya. It's going to be green. I mean, the B.
Well, we all went
picked
for Aston Martin Green.
Oh, man, everyone was right.
There we go.
Good
Because
job.
it's such a beautiful green color.
It's a very specific green,
It is.
too.
It is.
Oh, EJ Luna. I see this car here all the time, this truck.
So you're not allowed to answer.
It's a lot of trucks up there.
Yeah, I was going to say truck, but then I was like, oh, don't give it away. But then they're all trucks. So.
They are all trucks. Cozy Watermelon, if you want to join and be a reserve driver or make a whole new team yourself, please get in contact with us and we'll get you set up.
Absolutely. The more drivers in our community, the better.
Definitely. Ford Ranger. Nobody answered correctly. He drives the...
Someone could join this
Looks
trivia,
like
get like 2 answers right, and go straight to the
Yeah.
top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, seriously. If you answer him fast enough, come on, Madeline. You got this one. Did this
I would
one
hope
change from
Madeline
last
knows.
week? I don't think this one changed from last
It
week,
did
did
not
it?
change from last week.
He still
So
looks
when
like...
I am contacting the drivers and getting this information, they don't give me complete answers. So if their question hasn't changed, it's because they didn't answer both parts of my question. Which, as you can tell, part of it was what do you drive in real life and what is your favorite color. So Madeline can let us know what Chris's favorite color is.
He looks like a Subaru guy, doesn't he?
Falling behind.
Dayton, thanks. We'll give a shout out to all your coworkers, whoever joined. Hi, Dayton's coworkers. Thanks for watching. Now, Nick didn't answer both parts of my question, but he did give me a fun fact, and it was not appropriate. So
Oh, unfortunate.
we are family friendly, so if you want your kids to watch, get into sim racing, have them join. Watch the stream; it's a lot of fun.
Let's jump on board with Nick, see how he's doing. He looks so much more professional in that headshot than he does in that photo. We'll jump on board with Benjamin now. He's actually sitting in the pits.
Now, I can tell you from learning this stuff about our drivers, a lot of drivers' favorite color is red, and Benjamin and one other principal have the same favorite color.
Oh, that's actually good to know.
Yeah. Chris's favorite color is blue. I didn't know that. He didn't answer my question.
We'll just ask Madeline for all his driver info questions.
Orange.
Orange.
All right.
We have 10 minutes left of this practice. Let's see how
my
everyone's
trusty
doing.
Honda's back up on there.
Yes, and there is still a chance for any viewer in the chat right now to join our trivia and absolutely sweep the competition. Because I don't know about you, but I can't remember everyone's favorite color.
I
It's
can't
too much
either.
going on in here.
Yep, if you still want to join, you just joined us, go to crowd.live or scan the QR code. Our code for this trivia is 2SJEF. Ooh, nobody got it right. My trusty Honda did not work in that in that aspect.
Dan, let's jump on board with Dan. Where is he at? He's not
I
on
see
here.
red in the answers. I pick it. I'm a simple
I
man.
think I just did the same thing because we learned that red is a favorite color of a lot of our drivers.
Christian's dream car is Porsche 911 GT3. Beautiful car.
That is a beautiful
Approved.
car.
Dream car stamp approved.
Does he want it in blue? We should get him a little model one.
Oh, I know somewhere I can get
yeah,
those.
I bet you do. Oh man, it was black.
Oh wait, it was? I
It
thought
was
it was.
black.
Oh. Wow, you're running away with
I
this.
may or may not have added red to throw everybody off and, talk about red. Shoot. This one I think.
I'm still guessing red.
I guess red too. I don't know. Madeline, I think you're going to win a free sim session. So you come down, use the 360. There are only 3 questions left. So unless someone comes in and gets them all right, I'll pass on my winning.
I'm going with Sage on this one.
Yeah, and I think I will probably pass mine too. I don't think I deserve it.
Whoa.
I've answered maybe one question
Hey,
right.
it is red.
2 questions right.
2. It's better than none.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Angela, for jumping in.
Oh, Dan and Angela, thanks for joining.
This is kind of the warm-up trivia.
This is warm-up trivia.
Yes, the trivia gets a lot more understandable and later in the night for
Yes.
sure.
Now, if you have very fast Google fingers, you could probably Google the answers later on. But you have to be very fast because you can see this is on a timer and it's not just us timing you. So,
Let's see here.
thanks for joining.
We're gonna
Hope
go.
you guessed right. Ooh,
We have 2 more questions, then we're gonna go
Silver.
in with the principal
Silver.
chat, right?
Yep, after practice, we'll assemble all of the team principals together, have a few messages between them, see how they're feeling about the race, and then we'll get right into qualifying. And then the race is started.
yeah. A real quick start.
Absolutely.
Zach is not racing with us tonight. I don't want to make it sound like something terrible has happened, so I'm not going to say what
He's not
I've
with
said
us.
in previous.
He's no longer
But
with us.
he is still with us. He's just not racing tonight. Unfortunately, he had an accident, so he will not be racing with us. So we want to wish him all the well wishes and quick recovery.
That 5 answers for the Miata too.
Yeah.
I think we've had more injuries during this sim racing competition than I see in real life racing.
We definitely have.
Which wheel are you using?
Now, Brian, if you remember from last week, his favorite color is orange.
Oh,
It's the same as
okay.
Benjamin.
Okay.
That's the only reason I know this. Chat,
Welcome
what
to
do you
balance.
guys want to know about your drivers? Give me some questions to ask them for next race's trivia. I'll definitely ask. Whether they give me honest answers, I don't know.
I don't even know what Brian drives in real life. About to.
You're about to. He drives a
Jetta.
Volkswagen. Not the only one who drives a Volkswagen either.
Let's see who won.
Yeah, a
that
lot of
round.
Miatas too
Yep.
in this field.
Looks like
Madeline,
Madeline
third
won.
place.
I think she won by default because John and Marissa. Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations for getting second place.
Hey, I tried. I mean, I was like 500 points behind you, but
You see, Marissa did ask the questions and literally had to select which one would populate as the correct answer. So there's absolutely
really
no
not fair.
way she did not know the answers to every one of those questions.
But
At some
here's the
point. At
thing.
some point.
I had to make 4 trivias for tonight, and I do not remember all of the answers. So, I will still be participating. I don't know all the answers. But Madeline, give us a shout out. Contact Denver Racing Social on Instagram. You can send us a DM. You can send me a DM. We'll get you set up with your free 1 hour sim session for you plus 3 friends on Andrew.
Yeah, just bring Christian over and show him how much faster you are in the sim.
Yeah, you can have like a mini competition. It'll be fun. All right.
All right,
I think
well,
we're ready to go
all
into
right.
principals meeting.
I think so. I think we'll drag all of our team principals into one chat, go one by one, see how they're feeling with their team, and then qualifying is going to start here in 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and hop into the round table and hear from
All right.
our principals. The round table. And then it's Christian's the Moto House GP principal, right?
Xavier.
Xavier, okay. Hey, we just wanted to assemble all of the team principals before we get started in qualifying to hear how you're feeling about this race, how your team's feeling, and just overall thoughts. This track looks like a tricky one. I know we've only had a week to practice since Laguna Seca last week, so how have you guys been doing practice-wise? Has your team had any sessions on track, or are any of you guys coming into this track cold with no practice? That sounds great. What about some of our other teams full throttle? How are you feeling going into this as your broadcast challenge series points leaders?
I do apologize, everyone. We are not getting audio from Discord right now.
Excited to see you guys race. Let's hear from some of the other teams. Anything else to note about tonight?
Anybody have any strong feelings either way about not having AI tonight?
Yeah. All right.
We're
well,
still
I'm
having some
excited to watch you
technical
guys race.
difficulties with that.
Got our qualifying session here starting soon, so I'd say you guys are all good to go back into your team channels, discuss some strategy with your team, and then we'll be stopping by into your channels throughout the race to ask you guys questions and share your support from the chatters. So good luck to all of you guys, and try not to get disqualified.
Yeah,
Thanks. Y'all have fun.
definitely. Good luck.
We got it working right at the end.
All right, sorry about the technical difficulties
Yes.
there, chat. We will be able to hear all of the drivers now for the rest of the night, so no worries there. And now the practice session is over, and it's time for these guys to qualify.
It is. Now, things to remember that we talked about last race. We are going to be keeping an eye on penalty points. We have drive-through penalties after
Yep. So
12?
for every 12 incident
12.
points, it'll be a drive-through, and then for 60 incident points, it's a DQ. So they can drive through 5 times before actually getting disqualified. And I think last week at Laguna Seca, we only had like 2, maybe 1
I think
disqualification.
we had 2 or 3.
So
Right
it'll
at the end, there were some that
yes,
disqualified right at the very end. So that I was really surprised that there was more DQs last week than there was from the week before.
absolutely. Well, I'm gonna ask you, Mercer, a
no.
question here. What is the over/under for drivers getting disqualified tonight?
Oh goodness, I'm gonna take less than 4.
Ooh, okay. Okay, I think I'll also take less than 4. I was gonna guess like 3, 4 maybe, but I mean, we could be in for an absolute chaotic
It
race.
could be. But the thing is that these drivers are so crafted in this skill that they have amazing ways of diverting, or we saw that crash last week where who was it? I think Benjamin and Dominic collided and Christian just missed the whole thing.
Yep.
So, they have very quick reaction times. Things do happen, racing incidents do happen, as we saw the end of the last race. But I don't know. I think it's going to be hard because, like we've been saying, these guys have only had a week to practice. Now, if they planned ahead and practice both Laguna Seca and Belle Isle prior, then maybe they'll have some more time. I'm just not sure any of our drivers did that.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. As you can see, we've got qualifying starting up here. Currently 2 minutes in. See what drivers can put in for lap times. And again, I have talked about this for every single race so far this season, but qualifying up at the front of this field doesn't guarantee you a good finishing position. We've seen drivers start at the back of the field, drive all the way up cleanly and steadily without incident points to go finish at the top places. So starting at the top will definitely be good at the start of the race because you won't have to worry about all the commotion in the back. You will have a rolling start, but then again, it can still be chaotic and you can never predict it. So drivers are definitely going to have to account for their strategy depending on where they start.
That's right. Now, we do like to point out, who was it? Brian Sabelski. I think he was the only driver last race who did not have a drive-through penalty. So that is also the consistency, driving clean. Now, this is a really good group of guys, and I think they try really hard to keep it clean but give a good race. And so I think that'll be one of the keys to finishing the race. Keep it clean, but without a lot of practice, it's hard.
Brian Sabelski is definitely someone I'm going to be watching throughout the entire night because of how clean he races. Plus, he's on OK Motorsports, who is down in them.
Right.
So a very good placement for him would also be really good for his team as well. We didn't hear from him in that roundtable. It sounds like he's a little more reserved than our other drivers, but he's still really fast behind the wheel, and I'm going to be cheering for him from here.
Right. So chat, we're going to need your help with the next trivia. You get to pick which team your bonus points go to. So the trivia is not happening yet, but we'll let you know when we get started with that. You get to pick which team the bonus points get to. First place gets 100 bonus points. Second place, 75. Third place, 50. Those bonus points could really help a team like OK Motorsports, who's down a driver tonight. So, it's completely up to you. I know we usually have a lot of Full Throttle fans. We usually have a lot of Moto House fans in our chat. So, chat, as we're watching qualifying, give us a shout. Who are you cheering for? Who do you want to win? We got a Dylan fan in the chat tonight.
Yep, Dylan Carlisle's racing for Mile High Motor Club. The driver principal for that team is EJ Luna, who won, I believe, the first race at Daytona for this season, and he's been in the midfield since then. Mm-hmm. So we heard from him in the roundtable. He says it's going to be a sketchy one tonight, so it's going to be hard to tell who's going to come out on top here, but Mile High Motor Club definitely looking to score some points over their competition tonight.
Definitely. You know, and because we have the privilege of being in some of these team chats, we're able to see, like, some of them haven't been able to get into their rigs until, like, yesterday. We
There
have
you
a
go.
little correction. EJ won the second race, which was
Yes.
Sebring.
He won at Sebring there. But he was up in contention at Daytona.
He definitely
And I
was.
haven't seen him up in the top few spots for the last couple races, so definitely looking to see some more pace out of him there. But halfway through qualifying now, go ahead and look at the chart, see what all of these drivers are stacking up. Zabelski there just put in a 123, put him fourth overall, but right now on pole, we've got Christian Martinez. We heard from him earlier in the stream. Currently sitting at a 122.7, which is around a second slower than he ran in practice, but that is still 4/10 up on Benjamin Vettel for Full Throttle Racing there, currently sitting at second, and was our race winner last week.
Look at that split between second and third.
Ooh, yeah, Nick Amato,
That is so quick.
definitely, he's been improving over these last couple weeks. I've been keeping my
Definitely.
eye on him for sure. He is on, I want to say,
Mile High Motor Club.
Mile High Motor Club.
Yep.
Yes, that's another Mile High Motor Club car with Dylan and EJ. So looking pretty high up in the order there for all three of those drivers. But we still got 4 minutes left for these drivers to put in a clean lap and put their car higher up on the grid. So
Now, before qualifying's over, we don't have AI cars tonight, but we do still have our sponsors, so we do want to still thank them, give them a shout out. We have Oasis Car Detailing, Simply Subarus, Denver Racing Social,
Of course.
Elevated Audio. If you want to be a sponsor, sponsor a driver, sponsor a team, you could sponsor the production booth. We'd appreciate it.
yeah, we would love a sponsor. That'd be awesome.
That'd be really cool. I mean, we'll take it.
Yeah, please sponsor these guys. That'd be awesome. Hey, I wanted to make a couple notes here. Oh, man. Every time you hear that sim going crazy, we know Dominic's crashing. But you notice that the track's a little bit dark tonight, right? We're starting this race at 5 p.m., so this race should be wrapping up right at sunset. And this is one of the challenging things that we wanted to throw in on this race, just to make it a little more challenging for the drivers. I don't think Belle Isle actually has any street lighting at all. So even though it is a street circuit, I don't think there's any lighting on it. So I think towards the end of the race, it's going to get very, very exciting. And also, I do I want to encourage chat to go with John's question on the over-under.
Yeah, over under how many disqualifications we're going to see in tonight's race. Both Mercer and I are currently thinking under 4. I'm guessing 3, but I could definitely do more. And also to add on what Andrew was saying about the weather, this is going to be one of the first races in this series where the track temperatures are going to be decreasing,
Lower,
because
yeah.
at Laguna Seca last week, I mean, like, it was hot the
It
whole
was
time.
hot.
If anything, the track kept getting hotter. So especially on a street circuit like this, when the track starts to get colder and drivers are going into the pits coming out on cold tires, that can really cause commotion and ruin races in the middle of it if they're not careful with the cold temperatures.
Definitely. I think I'm not sure that the drivers have worked this temps into their strategies. They've had so little time to prepare for this race. It's going to be very, very interesting.
Yep.
And I think I can see a couple streetlights, maybe, but it is, I think, the sun setting, that could also cause some issues.
Yeah, luckily
Having a
these
glare.
GTP hypercars have headlights, which is, not normal for race cars, but it is normal for these endurance cars because the track will not be lit tonight.
No.
So, all right.
Take a look at this qualifying. I think Christian has pushed Benjamin to go faster, and then Christian went faster.
Yeah, currently sitting on pole with a 121.4. Bechtel only almost 5/10 behind. So really close battle there up at the top, with Brian Sabelski putting in a 122.2 to put himself third, and then Nicholas Amato there for Mile High Motor Club sitting fourth. I believe that is 4 different teams up in the top 4.
You're correct. It is.
Very impressive stuff.
It is. We have Moto House in first, Full Throttle in second, OK Motorsports in third, and then Nick is with Mile High Motor Club.
Mile High Motor Club now all the way up to third, getting even faster now as qualifying is going to be wrapping up here. And these drivers are about to get onto the grid. So like we said, there's going to be one pace lap for these drivers to get out there, warm up their tires, and then once the lights go out, it is full throttle and away they go.
Yeah, that's right. Chat, let us know. What are your predictions for the over-under? What are your predictions on who's going to win? Tell us who your favorite team is.
Yeah, and then we'll get this
Let us
race
know.
started. We'll go ahead and cover everything that happens in these first couple of laps. And then once the race sort of settles down, we'll have some more activities for interactions with you guys. We got a Mile High Motor Club fan
All right.
in the chat. That's what we love to see,
They wanna
Mile High Motor
win.
Club. Oh,
Oh,
Jake.
it's Jake.
Shout out, Jake.
Hi,
Come on.
Jake.
Hoping for
Jake,
the
you
best
should
for that
have
team.
taken your laptop with you on vacation. You should be racing off your keyboard. Race with the keyboard.
Race with your keyboard. You
WASD.
race with a core WASDA.
Here's our qualify results.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these times. Really close there at the top, but look at the difference in times. I think for this track, we've had the biggest spread for qualifying laps because we have Dominic Wilder, who is the slowest driver to put in a time there. He's currently 6.5 seconds slower on a lap than Christian here. So there's definitely going to be a lot of lap traffic in this race. And there's definitely going to be a lot of just fluctuation in lap times as well. So if you're able to put down very consistent lap times, you should be able to drive away from it, but hard to say.
But as John said earlier, our top four are in 4 different teams.
Absolutely. Full Throttle, Mile High,
Top
OK
5.
Motorsports.
Shay is in Mulbar. So our top 5, there's one representative from each team in our top 5.
That's really
That's amazing.
awesome to see.
Yeah.
Going to be very fair fight for all of these drivers, and I'm excited to see this race start. And then we got a chatter. Shout out Nick with that top 3. A really good qualifying there for Nick Musamato from Mile High Motor Club.
Yeah. Now the key, like you said, is going to be consistency. These are endurance races. They are not short. They have to pit. They have to have a fuel strategy. So it's definitely going to come down to, can he hold that position?
Yeah, and keep an eye on those cars that you can see on your screen there. We've got the Moto House car in that red and white Ferrari. That's going to be Christian. We're going to be definitely watching him. We've got the beautiful purple and gold Full Throttle racing car, as you can see between the trees there. That is Bechtel. We will also be looking at, and then you've got that yellow/orange OK Motorsports car driven by Brian Sabelski. And then, of course, the Mile High Motor Club cars. Pretty easy to spot with
That's the
those
Colorado
Rocky
car.
Mountains there. Looking really cool. All right, so these
Right.
drivers now going out on their opening lap here.
Time for the wiggle. Warming up those tires.
Very important. Anyone who has done any kind of racing and iRacing, especially in these cars, knows that it's like driving on cinder blocks when you go out on cold tires with these things. It is tough.
Yes.
Speaking of cinder blocks, I made a little joke earlier on our Instagram story on how many of these cars are going to end up on cinder blocks while in the pits. That was kind of a crude joke, so I apologize to anyone from Detroit who may not have liked that, but I thought it was funny. We don't anticipate any sim thieves on track tonight.
Yes, let's hope the only cinder blocks we see are the tires at their coldest temperatures tonight.
That's right, definitely.
All right, let's hope all these drivers have a clean race. The pace car is in. It is now up to Christian Martinez to lead the field to the start-finish line. Wait for the lights to go out, and then they are off. Look at that. He just takes off, absolutely leaving Benjamin in the dust. Doesn't want anything to have with that. Looks like he has a really good start. Benjamin slows down, and he's going to take second place there as they all get through turn 1 cleanly. Now on board with third place. Nick also gets away cleanly. Looking backwards at a battle for fourth there between Dylan and Brian. Dylan trying to make up a spot early. We know he's got some fans in the chat, and it looks like he is going to secure that 4th place early. One position up from the start, although he goes a little bit wide. Someone might get the switchback on him there. That's going to be Zabelski, but we got a car
Oh,
around.
we're sideways.
It's going to be Amato after such a good start.
Oh.
It's going to have to just wait for these other drivers to get past. That is very unfortunate. Qualified so well and is now going to make up all of that time, but we still have Christian pulling away in the lead. Zabelski there currently sitting in third with a bit of a gap behind Bechtel there here on the first lap. And honestly, a pretty clean start from all these guys. Looks like Devereaux in ninth fell down a couple places, but now on board with Dayton, who loses some spots trying to turn in.
Dive bomb.
Unfortunate. That is definitely going to be incident points that we're going to be keeping an eye on. Looks like EJ Luna also had an incident falling down the order here on board with Xavier, who has been keeping it clean from Moto House. He's up to fourth, and he's up 5 spots from the start already. That is some crazy moving there from Xavier, but I think these Moto House guys are a little bit more prepared than some of the other teams here. So definitely going to keep an eye on this number 2 car here, but then also looking at 5th place. That is a new driver,
yes,
I believe, and he's up 3 spots already.
That's our reserve driver for Moto House.
Little bit of contact with the wall here, but that is okay. Damage has been turned off, but these wall incidents are going to be racking up incident points for these drivers, so they have to really make sure to keep it clean if they don't want to do a drive-through penalty.
Right. Now, for those of you who are just joining and don't know what a drive-through penalty is, once we get those incident points, we will get them up on your screen here after a little while once we check in on what those are. But for every 12 incident points, the driver has to drive slow through the pit lane. They just have to go straight through. They don't have to stop, but they have to drive really slow to go all the way through, which basically just slows them down, puts them down a couple positions because you're not allowed to have all those incident points.
We've got some fans for EJ in the chat. EJ has not had the best start to this race. However, he is tracking down Gutierrez, who goes way wide, misses the corner, and EJ's going to take that spot. Unfortunate, but hey, that's all it takes is a missed braking point, and you're off into the runoff area, which will definitely slow down your lap there. So there we go. EJ going up a spot. Now on board with Dayton Harrison, currently chasing Devereaux, who's currently chasing Cruz. Early here, trying to get this track position. We've got a couple different teams battling it out here, but Dayton Harrison, one of the more consistent drivers we've seen in this field, looking to make some progress. Now on board with Xavier, looking at Brian Sabelski ahead for third. That would be a really good podium spot. I know Xavier would love to have 2 of those Motor House cars on the podium tonight if Christian's able to keep it clean. But it looks like Xavier's also keeping it clean, not pushing super hard to catch Sabelski, but that OK Motorsports car, the white and yellow, is something to look out for if you're just tuning into the stream. The OK Motorsports car, driven by Brian Sabelski there, who we are looking at from the side of Xavier Williams' car. They only have 2 cars in this race. All of the other teams have 3.
They only have 1.
They only have 1.
Yep,
that is the only OK Motorsports car.
Yep, this is just new information for us tonight, but Zabelski is the only driver for OK Motorsports tonight.
Well, he's carrying the team on his shoulders here and currently sitting third with a Moto House driver breathing down his neck. Let's see if Xavier is going to make any moves on him here or if he's just going to keep racing clean and waiting for Brian to make a mistake. Brian, as we've been mentioning, all of this broadcast is one of the most, if not the cleanest racer in this league, as we have Xavier there looking on the inside. I bet Brian gives him that spot. No need to really challenge him here. We're only 4 minutes into this 2.5-hour race. So picking battles is something that Brian does very well.
Xavier is up 6 positions from his start.
And he's got really good pace, too. Only a second behind our leaders here and one of the fastest cars on the track. As you can see the gap information, you can see the best lap information, and then, of course, the interval these drivers have to the car in front of them. So definitely going to be keeping an eye out for that. That is how we're going to be able to judge all of these moves and all the performances for these drivers.
Definitely. It'll be interesting to see if Xavier can keep the consistency. It is still early on in the race, right? We still have 2 hours and 20 minutes to go.
Oh, yeah. So. Right now, these drivers are just trying to get their rhythm in, find their pace, find their lap times where they can stay consistent, and then just drive up through the field, hopefully not making any mistakes and capitalizing on the drivers who are making mistakes.
Definitely. And seeing some of those cars in your rearview mirror just puts on the pressure. It's like a mind game sometimes, which forces a mistake. So that could also be some of the strategies that some of these drivers have.
Absolutely. Currently on board with EJ Looney here, trying to make some spots back after an unfortunate stop, or an unfortunate spin, I should say, at the beginning of the race. But he looks like he's managed to keep it clean. And now we're 5 laps into this race. Christian currently almost 4.5 second gap over second place. And second place has about a 6-second gap over, or 7-second gap over third. So our top 2 drivers are driving away.
That is for sure. Now, do you think that we're going to have that battle between Benjamin and Christian again this race?
I don't know. We heard from Christian if Benjamin starts racing him, he's definitely going to keep that in the back of his mind. But I think if they are going to have this race, Benjamin's going to have to pick up the pace, because so far Christian was the fastest in practice, he was the fastest in qualifying, and now he's putting down the fastest laps in the race. So it doesn't look like anyone's been on his level so far all night.
But it is still early. It's still early in the race. Once you get that mental fatigue, the physical fatigue of just driving this hard track all night, you never know what's going to happen. Chat, let us know. What do you think? I know we have Christian fans. I know we have Moto House fans. I know we have Dylan fans. We have EJ fans. Let us know. What are your thoughts?
We've got a bit of a rivalry brewing, I guess, between those two teams. But I was going to say, you can see the mini map there below the standings, and you can see that number 1, that is Christian. He's slowly coming up on 12th and 13th, and those are going to be lap cars. So once these drivers start spacing themselves out more on this track, they are going to have to be dealing with lapped cars, and typically, like especially from what we saw at Laguna Seca, is these lap cars can be having incidents in front of the leaders and causing them to, slow down and lose a lot of time. So it's going to be navigating through lap traffic is going to be very important for our leaders today.
Definitely. And now we do have some insider information coming from the chat. Madeline, who said Christian practiced last night for 3 hours on this track. He wants it.
It shows as well.
Just from being in the chats also, I can tell you Benjamin, as being the principal of his team, has also been pretty active in the chat and letting them know he's practicing. These are things to do. So I think those 2 racers are going to give each other a run for their money. I've never sim raced that long. It is going to be hard. You are correct.
Oh, looks like EJ missed another corner. He's down now a couple spots, but he didn't lose that much time now. These drivers are a little bit more separated throughout the field, so incidents don't have that much of an impact as they did at the beginning of the race, where they lost all of that track position with just a small little incident.
Right.
Now on board with Nicholas Amato from the race start. That is so unfortunate. The whole field getting by him. Although he did do the right racer thing, and that's stop, let all of the other drivers find a path around him, and he didn't take anyone else out in this incident, which is what we can really look for with the good drivers. Yes, that's really good
that is what we expect the drivers to do, right? If you're getting lapped, we expect you to be predictable. If you crash out, we expect you to wait until there's a spot for a clean rejoin. That is what is so good about this club, right? Everybody respects each other. Everybody wants to have a good, clean race. And of course, we have this good, friendly, healthy competition between these guys.
No, we love to hear the banter from all of these drivers with their on-track incidents. So no incidents has happened yet, but at the end of this race, like every race, we get all of the drivers into one chat to discuss the race, and that usually tends to be very entertaining. So
yeah,
if you don't have anything else to do for 2.5 hours, I recommend sticking around and watching how this race plays out, because it should be an exciting one.
It looks like Christian is getting ready to lap Zane.
No, I believe that is actually 12th place. That's
Gutierrez. That's Gutierrez.
I think Zane spun out a lap earlier, and Christian was able to navigate around him there. But as you see, Christian navigating around all of this lap traffic, you can definitely, the map helps a lot with just the number based on the driver's position right now.
Yep.
And from there, it looks like fourth place, that's Zabelski, is slowly keeping up with Xavier's pace right now. But other than that, all of these drivers are slowly starting to space out as we got a little bit of a gaggle of cars here from 7th on back.
Yeah, those are really, really close. Now, I haven't had the opportunity to drive this track, which I like to do prior to our races. So I don't know what it's like, but from what I've heard, it's narrow, it's bumpy, and there's not a lot of good places to pass.
Yep.
So keep that in mind as you're watching your favorite driver. Passing, I think, is going to be hard on this track.
Most definitely. I mean, especially for a driver that you're racing against. Lap traffic will slow up for you and let them go by if they are a good racer. But trying to make an actual move on someone you're racing for position is going to be very difficult. But we know it's possible because Xavier's up 6 spots already. So.
Yes.
And he's putting in really good lap times. He's matching the leaders now who are all running 121s, which is very impressive stuff. Christian has still, elongated that gap to second place now to over 8 seconds. And Benjamin is also elongating his gap on Xavier now by around 7 seconds. So very interesting stuff from those drivers.
It is. And now, again, with our insider information from Madeline, we're going to have to get you to call in and let us know before the race. But she says that Chris normally doesn't practice. He's just that good. He just comes in 30 minutes before and wins races.
That's dangerous. And I mean, in sports, that's just a crazy skill to have. To not need to do as much practice as your peers to have the same level, if not more, performance. So I can definitely feel like there's some frustration from other drivers being if they practice for so long and then someone comes up with no practice and does better, I can definitely see how that could spark a little bit of flames on the inside. And Christian's definitely one of those drivers getting the best out of these other drivers trying to beat him.
Right, and if you remember, Christian is with Moto House. Moto House did not start the season with us. They came in, I believe, two races after. So that's also, oh my. As you see on your screen, we have incidents up.
I was doing the math here, and they should do about 100 laps during this race, between 100 and 110 laps. And since we're 10 laps in, let's just say 10% of the way in, we wanted to go back to that over-under question for everyone, just based on the current incident points as they stand right now. I'm going to take away some of these overlays so you can actually see this stuff.
Christian has 0. Sabelski has 0. Those are the only 2 drivers in the field right now who have not made any incidents, which is very impressive. And it looks like the driver with the most is Dylan Carlisle. For
he's got a drive-through.
His team, he's got to do a drive-through.
Every 12.
Now, I anticipate that Dayton's jump in points is from when he got hit in the beginning of the race.
Every time you get hit, just so everyone knows, that's 4 incident points. Every time you hit the wall or lose control, that's 2 incident points. Every time you kind of tap the wall lightly, that's 1 incident point. So you're either getting 4, 2, or just 1 every time you have some kind of a incident on track.
Well, there you go. And it looks like Dayton also just got a drive-through. So maybe he tapped the wall because he got 2 more points.
Yep, and that's just very unfortunate to have those incident points so early, to set you back in the race so early. So he's just going to have to put his head down and grind if he wants to make those spots back.
And that's 10 laps in, right? Yep. If we're thinking there's going to be about 100 laps, he would be disqualified.
Let's go back to that real quick and just see, multiply everyone by 10, and what's your over-under going to be? And think about fatigue as well as the race persists, right? These drivers are going to get more and more tired. So I'm counting 1, 2. I'm gonna cheat here. I'm just gonna count 1, 2.
There's gonna be at least 5.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, Marissa's better at counting apparently.
I'm an accountant. In case you don't know.
Way faster. I was going down the list. But yeah, that's my guess. 5. We still pay the drivers. We were thinking about not paying them if they get DQ'd, but It's hard, and it's still a time commitment, and they still have to hang out till the end of the race to participate in the chats and everything, or the trivia. Speaking of trivia, let's get that next one started since everyone's pretty gapped out now.
Absolutely. If we can also, race control,
Yeah.
get a camera angle on
Amato?
sixth place,
Yeah.
looking backwards, because it looks like 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th are
Oh,
all
they're all
very
really
much
close.
in a line, and I can sense some battling going to be happening here, as you can see. On board now with Nicholas Amato, who's currently
That's
in
the whole
7th,
Mile High team.
and all of these guys are starting to close up on the drivers in front of them, and I cannot see them just waiting for a mistake to be made. I think some passes might happen here, so we'll let this keep going in the background. I'll try and commentate any incidents that I notice, but yeah, let's go ahead and get ready for our next round of trivia.
All right, we are going to get this up on your screen, but we'll have a QR code for you to scan to join our trivia. Or you could go to crowd.live, and the code for this trivia is CX6AF. It is on the bottom of that portion of your screen. So you can scan the QR code or go to crowd.live. Now, this one, you get to pick which team gets your bonus points. So at the end of the race, we'll tally them up. But the team who wins this, first place gets 100 extra points. Second place, 50 extra points. 75 extra points. Third place, 50 extra points. So let us...
All right, and remember, this trivia is going to be supporting your team. So where you place in this trivia is also going to pay points for your team that you'll choose when you scan and join. And as the broadcasters, we have the opportunity to pick a team. I am going to be cheering and scoring points for OK Motorsports.
I was going to pick
today.
the same thing, but since you're picking, I'm going to pick Mulbar. All right, I'm signed in. So chat, let us know. Are you ready?
Oh,
8.5 minutes.
8.5 minutes. We'll let that timer
Yeah.
count down, but make sure you guys
Look at
enter
this
the
battle.
trivia as we're looking at this battle right now. This is absolutely crazy. These guys are all under a blanket of maybe 2 seconds for all of them. We've got Cruz leading the charge with Amato, Luna, and Harrison behind. And it's only a matter of time before someone makes a mistake or someone makes a move, unless they're all just trying to carve through the field together, but I doubt this will last very long.
I don't think they all have the same
no,
pace. We got
there's
someone in the
one.
wall.
Someone in the wall looked like a lap car, luckily not in this battle.
I don't think they all
I
have
think
the
that was
same
that
pace.
first one.
Oh, no, that was Cruz, it looks like. Cruz hit the wall. Now he's out of the battle. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened here. Elijah Cruz from Moto House. Oh, just locks up the brakes. And that is such a stressful thing to see all three of those cars back there. So unfortunate for Elijah, but he can definitely make that time up. And Moto House is looking pretty good on the point standings right now. So he's definitely got the pace and time he needs to get the points back. But now we're on back with this battle for 3. We've got Full Throttle Racing driver Dayton Harrison chasing down 2 Mile High Motor Club drivers in EJ Luna and Nick Amato.
Now,
So
there could be some team strategy in there, having EJ Luna kind of back off of Nick to create a bigger gap between Harrison and Amato. We've seen that in Formula One. Teams will do that as their strategy. I'm not sure that these guys are doing it, but when you're close like that with your own team, you definitely have some team strategy options.
absolutely. So you're just going to be looking at that interval for EJ Luna behind Nick Amato right now. It's a little less than a second, and Dayton Harrison is all over the bumper of EJ Luna. So maybe he is backing him up to give Nick Amato some space, but it is definitely better to have a teammate behind you in a close battle like this
Definitely.
than someone who's not on your team.
That's right. Dayton's #1 fan has just entered the chat. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to log in for Belle Isle Trivia, starting in 6 minutes.
To me, it really looks like Dayton Harrison has the speed to pass these two Mile High Motor Club cars, but he just doesn't have the runs or the moves to pass them yet. As you can see, he's fallen back a little bit here. So they're not racing themselves super hard, but I can definitely sense Dayton wants to get by these guys.
He definitely does.
What team would I pick for Dylan to get my bonus points?
Dylan is in Mile High Motor Club.
Yes, so choose Mile High Motor Club if you want to support your driver on that team. We're looking at the team principal for that team right now, EJ.
If you have any other questions, chat, let us know. We can give you a rundown of the teams. I don't know. What else you want to know?
We should run down the teams just for everyone listening at home.
Okay. All right. So we have Christian Martinez, Xavier Williams, and Elijah Cruz are all on Moto House. We have EJ Luna, Nick Amato, and Dylan Carlisle are on Mile High Motor Club. We have Zane May, Shay Devereaux, and Ruben Gutierrez, who are on Mulbar Motorsports. We have Brian Zabelski, who is holding down the fort for OK Motorsports. And Benjamin Bechtel, Dayton Harrison, and Dominic Wilder for Full Throttle.
There you go. Now on board with Dominic Wilder Hughes. He is here at the DRS Clubhouse today racing this race on the full 360 sim like he has been these last couple races for Full Throttle Racing. Currently sitting in 9th, and he's up 2 spots from the start. So not a bad start for him at all.
It is very interesting. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, know we can hear him. We can hear that sim spinning around downstairs. So we know if something happens that we'll jump to that camera.
Absolutely. You just saw Elijah Cruz there going into the pits, most likely serving a time penalty, or he might just be fueling up his car. It's hard to tell once these drivers go into pits whether or not it's for tires or fuel, but I would assume a lot of these guys would be pitting around the same time if it is for tires and fuel. So
Definitely.
Pretty early in the race, lap 17, 22 minutes in. Most of these pit stops are going to be most likely for serving penalties, but if there is a strategy to go serve your penalties and do your pit stop at the same time, that could offset the tire balance and the gas for a lot of these drivers. So Elijah might be able to go a little bit longer on the stint now that he has new tires, but he does have new tires, so he's got to warm them up before he drives a little too hard and goes on the wall.
Definitely, that could be dangerous. When you pit, they are fresh tires, so you have to go through that whole warm-up process again, which normally takes about 1 to 2 good laps to get those to the optimal temperature.
It's like
Absolutely, we see Christian here
passing.
slicing and dicing in the lead, getting past some lap traffic.
I wanted to mention a couple. I was talking to Christian at the end of the last race, and when he got pitted into the pits, which is kind of funny to say, but he got spun around backwards. He actually had to park the car in the pits for speeding in the pits because he came in backwards and he was speeding. So that's a totally different penalty than our drive-through penalties. So we have drive-through penalties where they just drive through the pit lane. But if you get caught, if you get a black flag for like unsafe pit exit or speeding in the pits, then you actually have to park the car in your pit and wait like 30 seconds. And that's what Christian had to do last time because he got spun around backwards and flew into the pits faster than the speed limit allows. So I wanted to say that real quick. So that might have been what Elijah was just doing. He may have got caught speeding in the pits, doing a drive-through penalty or something like that. Because I feel like, would you guys agree it's a little early for doing tires?
It is.
Yeah, it would be strange to pit for tires only 25 minutes into the stint. But yeah, that's very definitely unfortunate for Christian, but he's definitely bringing it back now.
All right.
Fastest lap is now a 1:20. And I also wanted to say, if you look at the map right now, Christian is in the thick of it. He is now at that battle that we were watching with EJ, Dayton, and Nick. He is now caught up to that pack as the leader, and now those guys in front of him are lap cars, but they're not going to be giving him any room because they're already in a battle of their own.
Right, so they should be getting what's called a blue flag, which gives them the signal that they need to let the faster car through without defending.
1
But
minute left.
geez, he is lapping
Yeah.
half of the grid.
Also to note that in that battle with those 3 cars that we were watching there, like a couple minutes ago, it looks like Nick has fallen down the order. He was in front of EJ, and now he's behind Dayton. So EJ still managed to hold his position over Dayton, but Nick has now fallen down a couple more spots. Qualified so well, but has just had a couple incidents that's put him now in the midfield.
That's right. All right, guys, we've got 30 seconds. We're starting trivia. Let us know that you're ready. It's going to start whether you're ready or not. So pick your team. Let's give them as much bonus points as we can. You should see on your phone or on your computer the countdown, same that's on our stream, but we've got about 10 seconds before it gets started. This is all going to be information about the current racetrack that they're on. So if you have fast googly fingers, otherwise, just your best guess.
All right, let's get it.
Marissa didn't give us a lot of time on this one either. 15 seconds. Gonna have to go with.
Sorry, I made it quick.
Gonna have to go with Detroiter. Yes.
A Detroiter.
Detroiter.
That sounds.
That is what
Interesting.
they like to be called, a Detroiter.
Create a new player, Andrew. Very, very easy to sign up. Just scan the code, select your team. What is this? Downtown. I realize I don't know any of these. I'm gonna help out
Best guess.
Molbar. Let's see here.
4 answers for A.
Somebody got it right.
I think it was me. Sorry,
Marissa's
guys.
running away,
I'm gonna
destroying us.
I'm trying to help out Molbar. Let's go.
Did I choose Molbar as well? I want to choose a different one. I'm gonna go with 7. Oh no, something's happening to
Oh, Dominic, I think crashed.
Dominic.
We heard it. Now we're gonna see it.
Let's go back to that replay.
Let's just
First
go and see what we
Detroit Grand
heard
Prix, 88.
downstairs. Oof.
88. That's my.
Hard hitting the barrier.
Yep, he just hit the wall. Man.
Let's see. Did anyone get it? Oh, I didn't get it. 3 of you got it. Good job.
And I'm currently at 0 points right now. It's just not good.
I'm
Are
also
you
at
guessing?
0
You
points.
gotta guess better.
When was the first sanctioned? 2002. Oh man, too slow. I didn't even answer that one.
These are hard. You don't have time to Google.
5, 6, 7. Looks like we have 7 participants right now. Thank you all. Irv, Crystal, John, Dan, Andrew. Oh, that's me. Cozy Watermelon. Sean. When did the race? All right, I sent in my answer. Again, this one's going to help out the team, so 100 extra bonus points for whatever team you're rooting for. And they might actually need it, especially if their drivers are getting DQ'd.
Yes, definitely if they're getting DQ'd or if they only have one driver.
I think I'm going to ban Marissa from playing
I got that one wrong.
on purpose. For Collins.
I'm guessing. It's not Fort Collins. Don't pick Fort Collins.
Canada.
There you go. There's your help.
Canada's also an interesting
That's it.
answer
That's
there.
it. All right, Marissa, she could help
I'm helping
Guide.
Malbar.
guide everyone to the correct answers. Is it over or under 2 miles, Marissa?
Over.
Dayton Harrison crashed. Let's go back to that.
Oh no, Dayton was chasing EJ the whole
Oh.
time. Looks like he went into the runoff. Unfortunate. Christian had just passed him, but luckily
No
there was no one
incident
around,
points, I
so he's
don't
able to
think.
get right
No
back on the track
incidents.
and keep
That's
going.
good.
This is a tough.
Hey Andrew, you got your first one right. Congrats.
I don't think I haven't been playing. All right, here we go. I'm gonna choose something random. Bam. How many turns are in Belle Isle? You could count them. Is it over?
count 'em.
Is it
They're
over
right
or
there.
under 5, Marissa?
Over 5.
All right, cool. That helped. Let's see. Are there any close battles right now? There's
Hey,
not.
Crystal jumped up to second.
Nice.
Cozy Watermelon. Google faster.
A. It has to be A. Based on what these guys are doing right now, I think 113.9 is very improper.
Oh wow.
Man.
IndyCar.
IndyCar, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Let's see.
Cozy Watermelon, congratulations. 3rd place.
Did Crystal come in and win that one?
Crystal, 2nd place. I would put money that her team is Full Throttle.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, we got a crash, Elijah.
That's a little replay from Elijah just a moment ago. Let's check in on these incident points. Crystal, you won a free sim session. No, you won
No, she
points for your
didn't.
team. What team were you rooting for? I'm sorry. I forgot the format of our trivia.
I bet that she was voting for Full Throttle, but maybe she picked a different team.
Maybe.
Crystal, let us know.
We'll put Dayton on screen for you. Currently sitting 7th, mid-pack.
Yep, Full Throttle. Called it.
Wow, I just realized Dayton has made it all the way up to an A-class license. I'll put them on screen here. The blue indicates A-class. So these are our best drivers are A-class, and they're in the blue.
Good job on trivia. So, let me see if I can pull up our rankings. So, Malbar got 1st place. Was so 100 points extra go to Malbar. Full Throttle for 2nd place, so they get an extra 75 points. And Mile High Motor Club got 3rd place and will get an extra 50 points at the end of the race. So thank you guys. Yep, there's the standings. Thank you guys for participating. In our next trivia tonight, that's when you get to win a free sim session here at DRS for you and 3 of your friends.
Which is a fantastic prize. I can't stress that enough. It is so cool
It's fun.
to come here and experience the 360-degree sim.
Definitely. I am going to let you know ahead of time. I'm going to participate. I did not make any of the questions for the next one, so I don't know any of the answers.
Can you give us a hint as to what the topic's going to be for the next trivia?
I can tell you it's true false, and it's like random.
Oh, okay. Okay, random true false.
Random
Okay.
true false.
Sounds
so,
good.
the next one will be, you got a 50-50 shot. I don't know the answers either.
Well, you haven't been missing much out on track. All of these drivers driving pretty consistently, now have pretty big intervals between all of the cars in front of them, except the one interval that I am seeing get smaller and smaller and smaller now is Xavier slowly closing the gap to Benjamin in 2nd. As you can see on the little mini map there, there's no other lap cars separating them It looks like Xavier is bringing in a little bit more pace, but has now been around 6 seconds behind for the last couple laps. So going to be definitely keeping my eye there on the interval between second and third. But otherwise, all of these drivers are having some pretty consistent lap times.
They definitely are. All right, chat, let us know. Let us know what you want to say to your drivers, to your favorite teams, to your favorite drivers. Here, pretty soon, we're going to take your messages, deliver them directly to the drivers, touch base with them and see how they're doing, how they're feeling.
How they're doing, what their plan is for the race, inside jokes, whatever you want us to tell your favorite driver, let us know.
Definitely.
We'll go ahead and spark some conversation with these guys as they're driving. So
Yeah. And hello, first-time watcher. Welcome to the club.
welcome.
Are you supporting a specific team or a specific driver?
Yeah, and Chad, if you ever want us to just hop on board with anyone in this race, your favorite drivers, just throw them in the chat. We'll hop on board to see how their car's looking so far. 36 minutes into this endurance race.
All right, we've got Crappy Terry. I know who that is. That is Benjamin's mom.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Terry. So we're going to send Benjamin your message. We got DRS fans. You could be production team fans. You could be our fans. We get no love. No, I'm just kidding. We do. We get love.
We got some drivers all in for Dylan Carlisle. Shout out Dylan. Currently sitting in 12th right now, but starting to put down some more consistent lap times. Oh, he's now up a spot. Hop on board with him. Looks like Gutierrez had a little bit of an incident. Dylan was able to capitalize. Looks like he's let the Moto House car of trying to see what number that is. I believe that was Christian actually
Christian
that just got
lapping
by him.
again?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
2 laps down. Yeah.
Yep.
All
Christian
right.
is just driving away. 18 seconds ahead of
That
second
is
place right now.
crazy.
The gap is still growing. And a 120.4 is the best lap time we've seen so far all night too.
And you know, as these cars get lighter, as they go through the race and have less.
Dylan hard into the wall there. Sorry, Dylan, this is not NASCAR. Ross Chastain's not going to get you around the corner faster, but I knew he was thinking it as he just rips it around that corner. That will definitely give him some incident points.
At least he didn't overcorrect and spin himself out, which can also be a thing. So he's handling that well. But
Into the wall
everyone's
again.
tapping that wall.
He's going through these corners with so much speed.
Definitely. We will ask Xavier that question. I am not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I am a big fan of Forza though. Love me some good Forza.
Do we have any other first-time viewers in the chat? Awesome to have one. We appreciate you coming. But if anyone else is new, let us know. If anyone else is interested in joining, either becoming a DRS member, having access to the clubhouse all the time, joining as a reserve driver for our broadcast challenge series, or making your own team, let us know.
Yeah.
We're always accepting new teams. Goodness. It's been a long day.
Well, we've still got 2 hours left, so
Oh, I know. Better wake up. We need like Red Bull or Monster to sponsor us so that we could get some free energy drinks.
yeah, or even just the DRS energy package to
Yeah.
keep us energized throughout this
Definitely.
broadcast.
We will definitely ask Xavier the question for you because I don't know.
I'm not sure. This has been the most relaxed I've been in one of these endurance races so far because of the gaps between all of these drivers. There's not a lot happening on track. The slower cars are letting the faster cars by with ease. And I'm still looking at that interval for Xavier there in third, catching up to second. But otherwise, all of these drivers now just driving super consistently. And I think that not having the AI GT3 cars into this race is just making everyone's race better.
It definitely is. And if you were with us at the beginning, you heard us when we were talking with the principals. They were all very excited that we did not have AI for this race. If you were here with us last week at the beginning of the race, the AI drivers were very unfriendly and made our whole system crash. So that's why the beginning of our broadcast last week was a little rough. So we decided, because that is so chaotic, to not have some of those AI in for this race. But it does look like Dylan is out on his own right now.
Yep. It's got some
pretty good for him.
clean air, but it looks like he is going to actually catch up to someone
he passed
there.
Somebody. He passed Cruz.
It looked like he did. That was 4th position.
And we're going to go to a replay.
Oh,
for
Dom, hard hit in traffic too. We heard that in the sim downstairs. Let's see what happens. Looks like he tangled up with a Mile High Motor Club car.
Who was that? EJ Luna that tapped the back of him?
Hard to say.
EJ's getting a little bit aggressive tonight.
Hard to say.
It was EJ. Oh, maybe Nick?
Trying to find our culprit here. Yeah, it looks like it was Nick.
I think Nick might have hit somebody else.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's a completely different car. A little bit more contact on the track.
Oh, that would be what we're considering like an unsafe rejoin, right? The car on the side should have waited.
Oof, that is a hard hit for Dominic to take, especially in the 360 sim. I'm sure he felt that.
Definitely.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that is a hard wreck. It's a pretty good wreck.
Like half of the car.
That was a solid crash right there. Oof.
EJ? It was EJ.
Yeah, you're right. EJ, I guess, just getting a little bit aggressive. Maybe he wasn't expecting that that lapped full throttle car to get back in his way, or
I'm not sure.
Just go ahead and see what happens here. Looks to the inside, goes to the inside, and maybe just a racing incident, you could say.
It could have been. Yep.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for Dom. Getting caught up in an incident that wasn't his fight, wasn't his battle, but nothing he can do but get back on the track and keep racing. So
that's right. Now, what we should do is get our incident points up and see where everybody's at.
Definitely.
We did check at 10 laps, and we had 2 drivers who had already had drive-through penalties. So now we're about 23 laps after.
Remember, my over-under was 6. That's not really an over-under. That's just my exact guess, I guess.
Yeah, that's your over.
That's your over. He's over.
I don't know how over-under works.
Although, if we could hop on board with Xavier here in third, he's catching up to Benjamin fast. Looks like Benjamin is caught up in a little bit of lap traffic here. So let's go ahead and see what Xavier is able to do to capitalize on this. As see, that's a 2 Mile High Motor Club cars there in between him and second place Benjamin Bechtel, who manages to get around the lap traffic, and now he's just got to put his head down and extend that gap. But that was not good for Benjamin for keeping Xavier behind, because now Xavier is able to get by the traffic with more ease than Benjamin was and got a lot of time on him.
No!
So, Xavier!
Oh, that's a big crash.
Wow, those cars are
They're
still
stuck together.
Oh, no.
Oh, you can see all the rubber on the track. Goodness.
Oh, I jinxed him. Oh, no. Xavier was racing so well.
What happened there?
And now he's lost the spot to Ryan Sabelski.
Oh, man.
OK Motorsports. Oh, I feel so bad.
That was a rough crash.
Just got a little bit loose coming out of the corner, and unfortunately there was a lap car right there, and that they hit so hard they stuck together. So,
Yes.
yikes.
I've never seen that.
That is. Who ran into him? Do we know who that Mile High Motor Club car
The
is?
second one, I'm not sure.
It could have been Amato
Oh,
coming
Nick.
around.
No, it
No?
doesn't look like
Maybe
it.
it was
Nope.
Dylan then.
Might have
Dylan.
been Carlisle.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, it
That's
was Dylan
Dylan.
Carlisle.
And that's not
Man,
gonna help
Dylan
his
is having
incident
a
points.
rough night.
I mean, look at this from Dylan's perspective. The car gets loose in front of him coming out of this turn, and just like, there's not a lot he can do here.
No, and you can't see it until there, and he thinks,
Oh!
oh,
Right back across the track. Unfortunate hit for Xavier.
man, all those car
I think
pieces.
Xavier is dead in this situation.
Wow. They're both in the same cockpit after that race. They're wrecked.
Jeez, that is rough.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
that's
that put Dylan in the pits. I don't know if he intentionally pitted or if
Maybe
that
he towed.
that could have. Well, his screen would have gone black if he was completely eliminated. Let's pull up those incident points.
Let's
actually,
look at the incident points and see where we're at.
And I'm gonna try and generate a clip of that because if that is a broadcaster's curse if I've ever seen it. Goodness.
So Dylan, when you rewatch, no, I'm sorry, Xavier, when you rewatch, you can blame John.
Oof. Yeah, that's sorry. I will not talk
Even
about
Chad
this.
agrees. The only
Yeah.
fair thing to do is to blame production.
Yeah. That's just
Oh
on me.
man.
here's our incident points.
All right, our incidents. Dylan is up to 34. He's halfway to being disqualified. Xavier has just a drive-through, just one drive-through. Elijah's had 2. Dayton is coming up on 2. Dominic has had 1.
Christian, our leader, with only 4, and Brian Sabelska, who we just saw
Again,
take that
0.
overtake for third, 0 incident points.
Yeah,
Very commendable racing. That driver.
That's
that's
amazing. for
crazy.
Brian.
Whew. That was an event. I was going to say, like we talked about at the beginning of the production, there's going to be a lot of carnage during this race tonight.
Oh, jeez.
That was definitely a big one.
On board here with Elijah. That just looks like cold tires going
And you
into
know,
the corner.
This is Elijah's first time racing with us during the series, so nobody really knows what to expect out of him. I think he's doing his best, and we thank him for being a reserve driver for us tonight.
He is a C-class rated driver, so that's pretty good. That's about as high as I got when I was actively racing, and then you get demoted if you're not actively racing. So he does have some laps.
We could hop on board now with Nick Amato.
Nick
Looks like
Amato.
he just made a pass on Xavier there for 7.
Let's replay that pass.
We'll see how clean that was. Oh, looks like Xavier a little bit of a bad exit. Nicholas Amato staying on the other side of the track, being like, I don't want to get close to you here at all. Makes the pass cleanly and makes that overtake on Xavier there. Pretty good pass for Nick. We know he had a pretty bad start. He's getting those positions back there with this consistent pace.
Snoozy, which red light, which car were we in whenever you saw that red light? Because every car dashboard has different LEDs that indicate different things.
Yeah.
We
You
either
might be referring to the red light that shows up at the top of the steering wheel that fills up there in the middle. That is just the gears and the transmission for these cars. So once the lights
Ferrari.
go ahead and hit the center red, that is when you should upshift if you don't want your
Definitely.
engine
So
to
top
explode.
left.
Yes, we don't like our engines to explode, so shifting is always good.
So that's the MGU light. The MGU. I don't know what it is. I'll look it up though.
You do a little bit of research here mid-race. Can't
You know,
hurt.
I bet that crash is a huge relief to Benjamin Bechtel in P2
Oh yeah, absolutely.
because Xavier was so close to closing that gap and possibly passing him.
It looked like he had the pace
He
to
definitely
pass
did.
it, for sure, but
I mean, I bet that is a huge relief. When we hop in with the drivers, we'll definitely ask him about that. Sometimes when you're driving too, you don't know what's going on behind you, and if that gap was big enough, Benjamin might not have even known anything. So
Absolutely. Just see the driver in his rearview mirror get farther and farther back. And now he's just chasing down our leader, who is half a
Flapping
minute
again.
ahead of second place, absolutely dominating. Christian must have not slept after last week's race. He has been so dominant this race, and it's really good to see from him after the horrible incident we saw him involved in last week.
Definitely, he's definitely coming back tonight with a goal in mind. He's not leaving anything up to chance. No wheel to wheel. He's just gonna run off with it.
Yeah, looking up the light information for that MGU, there's no owner's manual for this car on iRacing. Look at how quick Christian is on that steering wheel. That's just amazing how he was able to correct for that oversteer. Watch him coming through here. I bet he does the same thing again. He's inducing these slides, and he's able to catch them every time. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's also something I've noticed with Christian's driving style is he's able to throw that car into the corner so precisely that he can keep his steering wheel straight a lot sooner than any of these other drivers as they come around these corners. And that's something, a steering strategy that you usually see in pro karting, where you don't even turn the steering wheel a lot because just a small turn of that wheel will just angle your cart where you need, and then you can just throttle through the corner and drift it, basically. So Christian just on the edge of this thing, driving the wheels off of this Ferrari, and it shows there with the interval to Benjamin in second. Impressive stuff.
Definitely. And then putting in all that extra.
Oh, he's going to go a little bit wide there.
But he has the time.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
It's not going to do much of anything to
I
him.
don't think he lost any time doing that.
I think if anything, he gained a second. a gap.
Yeah. Look at this. Well, the gaps in this race between all of these drivers are a lot bigger than they were last week at Laguna Seca. So
Definitely.
these drivers are just going to have to really put their heads down and then I guess wait for pit strategy to start cycling them, as we have Devereaux pitting from fourth. Not sure if that's for incident points or for strategy, but we are almost an hour into this race, so I would assume that these cars are going to start running out of gas, start ruining their tires, and we should see a lot of drivers in the pit lane now as Zabelski's in the pit.
I'm surprised to see Zabelski in pit early, but maybe his tires are going.
Maybe he's trying to undercut these drivers. Maybe he'll have some better pace.
On new tires.
On new tires. It looks like some of the drivers, we just saw Harrison put down a 134, which is probably coming out of the pits because the pace we're looking at right now is around what Cruz just did, a 125. Christian just did a 125. We're going to see here what Xavier does on this lap here. 123 for Xavier here. So maybe trying to
pace back up.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's really going to try to work hard to get back up the ranks.
I would not be surprised at the time Xavier had his incident, if he went in to serve his drive-through penalty, if he also got new tires and filled up with fuel. So maybe he won't have to stop when all of these guys do, and he should be able to get some of that track position back. Yeah, Christian has some fantastic pace.
I don't know
Chat.
what
You're right.
Christian. He's just like a pro. All right, chat. I think it's time that we hop in. With some
Christian
drive.
has got his teammate. He's got a teammate in front of him. What are you doing, man? Trying to get around.
Hopefully there's team orders to let him
Oh,
pass.
there he goes. Lets him pass, and Christian gets by. Let's see who he passed. It looks like he passed Elijah there, Elijah Cruz.
Who I'm not sure that they've ever raced together.
Yeah, this is probably their first time on the
That's definitely
same
something
team.
we could ask.
Christian's going into the pits. It looks like this is the time for green flag pit stops here. Chat says, get out of his way. He did. But now we got Christian in the pit lane. We'll see if he loses any track time for anyone not going in the pits yet, but I have a feeling everyone's going.
I think it's going to trigger trigger pit stops for most everybody, if that's their strategy. Now, remember, each team has their own strategy, so it could be, team orders to stay out and try to gain more position.
Look at that. Christian loses the lead for the first time this race to Benjamin. Because Benjamin doesn't look like he's been in the
He's
pits
not
yet. He's
pitting.
going to try and keep eking out his gap. He just did a 1:21.7, so his pace has not really fallen off at all, it looks like.
Nope.
It doesn't look like he has tire fall off right now or anything, as we can see the total stint length for our drivers right now. It looks like Elijah,
Elijah.
a little bit cold in the corner there, but looking at the pit strategy there on the bottom right, it looks like I was maybe Xavier didn't go into the pits as soon as that incident happened, but he definitely went into the pits earlier than everybody else.
Yeah.
So definitely something to keep out for. It looks like Benjamin currently on 40 laps with his tires, and we've got Christian who's also went in on 40 laps with his tires. So.
All right, we are back on board with Dayton. He's
Dayton
got
now
a pretty big gap.
up to 4th, improving from the start of the race.
Well, before we had the teams colliding with each other, I was going to say, let's hop in with some of the team chats. Give them your messages. So, chat,
Yeah.
let us know one last time. What do you want to say to your drivers? I know we have a message from Terry to Benjamin.
Question for Xavier.
Xavier question on Forza.
Yep.
And more
And,
chats
yeah.
for Dayton.
Chat, let us know. Put your message in the chat right now, and we can go ahead and hop into
We'll
these
hop in.
driver chats immediately and relay your
So
message.
that we don't have to remember. Oh, we got a fan for Benjamin. Hi, Angela.
Yeah, let's
Thanks
go
for
ahead.
logging in.
Let's hop into full
Full
throttle
throttle.
and talk to Ben Dayton first.
But, you know, the full throttle fans always turn out.
They
They
do.
always show up, so we appreciate you.
They really do. All right, let's go ahead and hop in. Hey, full throttle. This is the production booth. You guys got us? All right. Well, we just wanted to come in and just relay some messages in chat. You guys got a lot of fans in the chat right now cheering you guys on.
All right, well, we have a message to Benjamin from Terry. She says, good luck. Way to go. Keep it up. We also have a message for Benjamin from Angela. Says, let's go, Benjamin. We've got a message from Crystal. Yay, Dayton, proud of you. Crystal also says, go, Benjamin.
Thank you.
Anything you guys want to say to your fans that are watching with us tonight?
I'm trying real hard.
Heads down. You guys are super focused. It looks like you guys just did your first pit stop of the night. Is that all according to strategy?
Yep. We have a little bit of flexibility, but yep, we did our strategy so far.
How are you guys feeling about incident points and crashes? Anything you're worried about? Dayton, we know you had a crash early on.
Yeah, I also had a little contact with Mile High, but it's all good. Make that 2 contacts with Mile High.
Oh, we just heard you. All right, so Mile High Motor Club might be the problem tonight. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but I think like from a broadcaster's perspective as well, looks like the racing has been a lot cleaner without the GT3 cars, and I'm sure you guys would all agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, we got a chat saying W Ben, killing it. Yeah, we're the Dom fans in the chat. We can hear you.
They're not active in the chat. We're rooting you on, Dom. We can
Thank
hear
you,
you
thank
up
you.
here. We're worried about you sometimes.
That
Yeah,
was-
it's a little bumpy, so
Oh.
I'm sure you hear the sim go up and down.
Yeah, Dom, we saw a wicked crash for you and I think it was Dylan from the Mile High Motor Club.
I think it was EJ actually.
EJ. Oh yeah, you're right. It was EJ. Did that like hurt in the 360 sim, or are you still just chugging along?
It didn't hurt, but it wasn't the most comfortable one, we could say.
Yeah, that checks out. That makes sense. All right, well, we're going to let you guys to it. Thanks for talking with us, and good luck as this race nears the halfway.
Any last words for your fans? They are watching.
Trying hard to keep it clean and keep out of the drive-through penalties.
All right, well, good luck,
All right,
guys.
good luck.
All right, well,
All
there you go.
right.
You heard it from Full Throttle Racing. Love to hear from you guys.
We had Elijah and Christian fans, Motohouse.
Elijah.
So chat, let us know real quick, and we'll hop in with them right now. Let us know what you'd like to say.
And Xavier. Xavier's
And
in the
Xavier,
house.
yes.
Let's hear those messages for that team. Also, I'm looking at the pit stop strategy right now, and I don't think Dayton's gone in for his pit stop yet,
Oh.
which is he's gone the longest out of any other driver, so that's also something. So,
We'll definitely have to keep an eye out. But when we were talking to them, they did say they were going according to their strategy, so they must not be worried.
all right, let's go ahead and hop in with Motohouse. That's Christian,
Xavier,
Xavier,
and Elijah.
Elijah. Let's go ahead and figure out how they're doing. Hey,
They're in.
Motohouse, this is the production booth. You guys got us?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, well, we just wanted to come in, share some love from the chat, and hear how your guys' race is going so far.
Going good. Benjamin's being a good boy, so we're good.
Christian, you're absolutely running away with this race. Currently 30 seconds in the lead. How does your pace feel like for you?
It feels good. I mean, I'd say I practiced more for this one track than all of the other races combined, so you can probably tell a little bit on that. But yeah, I feel pretty good. I'm going to start putting in, after last week, I'm going to start putting in a little bit more effort into this. So
There you
I don't
have
have
it.
to
Well,
be...
your mom and
Yep.
dad and Adeline are all watching you right now, cheering you on.
Awesome. Love them. Tell them I love them.
They can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh, I
give
love
them
you guys.
whatever message you want.
I love you guys.
We also wanted to share some love for Xavier. Xavier, how's your race going so far?
No comment.
Okay, so I just want to apologize as a broadcaster. I may or may not have jinxed that incident, but your pace so far this race has been incredible. You've been one of the fastest cars on the track, and just overall, Motorhouse GP's been showing up strong tonight.
Hell yeah. I'm trying doing good. We're doing good. So enjoying the race. I had a 0x until that guy crashed in front of me. I only have 4x from that incident. So no incidents so far. So tell everyone to be careful when they spin.
All right, yeah, we
Definitely.
will.
Definitely.
Christian just wanted to run away from Benjamin this race, I think. I think that was his motivation.
Yeah, I got to show everyone what's up, you know. Benjamin, you know, I got a little too cocky over there, and I needed to show everyone, like, hey, let me show who the daddy is over here, okay? I needed to let him know who daddy was. I think they got a little cocky.
That is your race leader, by the way, chat, saying this stuff.
Appreciate that.
All right. And we also want to welcome Elijah to the broadcast.
Thank you.
How
I
are you
appreciate the
doing?
welcome. I'm struggling. This is probably the worst racing race I've probably raced in my life, but we ball, so.
Well, welcome and thank you for stepping in as a reserve driver. We appreciate you and hope that you can drive with us more if you want to.
I definitely will. It just felt like an off day, off race.
That happens.
Definitely not my best track. I probably have like a couple of days on this track, so.
Well,
I
we
think-
still got like an hour hour 20 minutes left in this race for you guys to increase that pace and make some positions. So we'll be watching.
Appreciate it.
All right. Any last messages for your fans in the chat before we head out of your channel?
Do you guys ask the chat if they want me to lap Benjamin?
Ooh. There
All
you
right,
go. Christian's
chat.
ready to lap Benjamin, our second place driver right now.
Woo. Then he will have lapped everybody.
I'll do it.
All right, you heard it from Christian. He'll do it. Well, thanks for talking with us, guys. I'm sure we'll talk to you guys again before this race is up. But good luck. Keep your heads down and cheering you guys on.
Yeah, good luck.
All right. Wow.
Chat wants them to lap him.
So Christian is that number 1 circle you see on the very bottom of the track. Benjamin is on the opposite side of the track right now. So it's almost like one of those challenges, you know, where 2 people start on the different side of the circle and they try and catch each other. I think that's what we're going to be watching here for the rest of this race. We're going to see if Christian can pull out enough pace to pass Benjamin with. Right now, as they stand, they are all like a little bit before halfway. So if the pace continues as it is now, Christian will be catching Benjamin by the end of this race.
Right.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. And that's what we were talking about, right? Like Christian put in a ton of practice yesterday, and it's showing.
Yes.
You can tell. You can tell the drivers who are putting in the practice, who are putting in the time to learn the tracks, to be consistent, and like Elijah said, sometimes you just have an off day.
Yeah.
That also happens.
Yes, and I think it also just makes it better that Christian and Benjamin are starting to form this somewhat rivalry as some of the fastest guys in this league. Last race, I mean, like there was that big incident between them. So now that is why Christian has been talking about Benjamin a lot this race, because of what happened last race, and he just wants to prove that he's got the speed to contend with him. So Christian looking for the win today and looking to lap his competitor, which would be a power move if he does.
It definitely will. And you know, I think Benjamin has this effect on people. You remember, was it Le Mans? Or maybe it was one of the first races when he had that like head-to-head, wheel-to-wheel with Zabelski.
Yep.
Right? They were right with each other, and he's done the same thing with EJ Luna. So, you know, I think Benjamin kind of brings it out of people, like pushes them to be a better racer, more consistent, and I know that he pushes himself to do that as well.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what you're really looking for in a racer, is someone to push everyone to their limit. And I think that's just really impressive stuff to see from these drivers. So awesome stuff. Great talking with Christian. Christian doing qualifying by the attitude of that car.
Yeah. I think it would have to be a huge incident to happen for Christian to not win this race.
Absolutely. And we just talked to Xavier. We saw his incident. We cursed him on the broadcast, but he's brought it back all the way to 4th now. As you can see, Dayton hadn't done his pit stop yet, so he did his pit stop, dropped back down to 7th, and now Xavier is back up in 4th place, and he's got a bit of a gap to Brian Sabelski there, who is also catching Benjamin now. He's only 6 seconds behind there in 3rd, so Benjamin looking like he's lacking a little bit on the pace compared to these last couple races, but we'll see if he can hold on to that 2nd place, because I know when someone comes up to Benjamin and looks to pass for position, it's going to be a pretty good battle.
He definitely does have elbows out when anybody comes close to him. He's going to make them race and work for it.
You can see just the distance between 2nd and 3rd on the track right now, both starting a new lap here. Benjamin looking to go into turn 3. We got Sabelski behind for OK Motorsports. He's a one-man show carrying this team tonight, which is very impressive stuff from him. So I'm excited to see him battle Benjamin here in the coming laps.
Definitely. Now, I think we need to hop in with Mile High Motor Club. I think we should bring up that they are having quite a few crashes.
Yeah.
And chat, let us know. We know Dylan's got a lot of support. Anything else you would like to say to EJ or Nick Amato? That's EJ Luna and Nick Amato. Dylan Carlisle are all in Mile High Motor Club. Let us know. Give them your feedback, your well wishes, your good lucks. Let us know what you'd like to say, and we'll hop in with them right now.
We came here to root for my actual friend Dylan and just became a Christian fan.
All
hey,
right.
That's what vibrant personalities will get you here at the Broadcast Challenge Series.
Definitely.
But all right, let's go ahead and hop in with Mile High Motor Club.
All right.
Mile High Motor Club, this is the production booth. You guys got us?
In a corner, but yes. How you doing?
All right, we just wanted to check in with you guys, relay some messages from some fans in chat, and just talk a little bit about how your guys' races have been going so far.
Man, this is such a challenge. Just trying to avoid incidents, trying to keep the pace. These guys are so fast.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of battles here with you guys, and there's been a couple incidents with you guys as well, getting tangled up with some drivers. So how has that been from your end?
That first incident with Dayton, man, I just misjudged it. I didn't mean to get him, but we're just trying to keep it straight, man. It's the hardest part.
Yeah, and I really can't be mad at anyone but myself for qualifying on P3 and then kind of binning it in the early laps. So anything from happens, here on out is just kind of driving Miss Daisy, trying to get her home. But we're still in it, so we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, Nick, we watched your qualifying. It was a really good lap, and we've seen some really good pace out of you so far this race, which has been very impressive stuff. But yeah, the unfortunate spin at the beginning put you back in the field. But how do you think your pace has been since then? Have you been improving, staying the same?
Yeah, I've been doing all right, trying to keep her clean. I mean, obviously some more practice would have been nice, but every time I see those Pure Michigan signs, I smile a little bit because that's where I grew up, so this is a home race for me. Try and do what I can.
That's awesome. And then Dylan, how's your race been going so far?
It's been all right. It's just been challenging with these walls, to be honest. Like, I was able to get up at the first part, be able to get up through the crowd, but then I just fell off after I spun.
Well, you've got a lot of fans, Dylan, in the chat cheering you on. Zach says he's here cheering you on. He's been here the whole stream, and sounds like he's making you faster.
Yeah, he just got up. I think this is my neighbor, if I'm not mistaken. But
Was there anything they can hear you? So, is there anything you'd like to say to any of your fans? This goes for anybody on the team.
thank you guys for watching and supporting.
All right, well, we'll let you guys get back to it here. We're nearing the halfway point of this race, so we'll let you guys keep your heads down, and we'll talk to you later.
Hey, appreciate you guys. Have fun.
Thank you guys. Yep. Have a great one.
Good luck, guys. All right, there you go. Heard it from Mile High Motor Club. It sounds like they are one of the more heads down focusing teams right now.
Definitely, they definitely are. It seems like they are not intentionally trying to make it an aggressive, crashy race, but it is turning out that way.
Yep,
this is a hard track.
I mean, like, incidents are going to happen on the racetrack regardless, and it just happens to be Mile High Motor Club who is part of that incident. They're not always causing it, but they do seem to be getting tangled up a lot more than some of these other teams. So hoping the best for them. Hopefully they can bring it back in the second half of this race.
And it is kind of hard for them because they all are kind of that middle of the pack, back of the pack, where all the traffic is. So it's going to make it a little harder to steer clear of all of that when you have the Christians who are lapping everybody and have the gap to do pretty much anything he wants. Now, up on your screen, we do have incident points. One to look out for is Elijah Cruz. He is very close to being disqualified, unfortunately.
And Dylan has been disqualified. He had 52 incident points on there.
He had 52?
Yeah. Oh, you're right. 60. That's my bad. He's getting up there.
He's getting close, but he's not there yet.
Yeah, my bad.
So, two to look out for. Dylan and Elijah. Those are our closest to being disqualified.
Brian still has 0 incident points. We're an hour and a half into this race almost, and he has 0 incidents on the entire race.
And I bet you if we talk to him, he's going to be like, that's what I expect. And that's exactly what he said last week. He expects a clean, good race. He tries to just be very consistent. He is currently in second place. He did get that pass.
Oh, yeah, I guess we must have missed that pass on Benjamin. Benjamin now also has a pretty big gap to Brian, so maybe we missed a little bit of an incident there.
Possibly.
But still, Sabelski putting in some really solid lap times for his team.
Ooh, that's where,
it looks
that's
like
that big crash earlier is when he passed Williams. But when did he pass Bechtel? Did I miss that?
I'm not sure when we missed it, but The order has changed.
Yes, it has. And I've been looking at the iRacing licenses that Andrew was talking about earlier, and Brian Sabelski and Christian are the highest rated iRacers in this lobby. So themselves, looks like Benjamin maybe had a little bit of contact with a lap car there. We'll have to go ahead and see this replay here. Oh, it just sent it right into the side of the lap car.
Here comes Brian.
And Brian
Brian gets that pass.
Unfortunate,
Dang.
but hey, that's the point of doing these endurance races, is to try and stay consistent throughout the entire race. And unfortunately, Benjamin gets a little bit loose and actually rejoins the track safely, though, which is what we love to see from these guys.
It doesn't take much. And there's no real quick way of turning that car around either.
No, especially not here.
Yeah.
You turn and you're blocking the whole
that's like
entire track.
like a 5-point turn almost.
Oh, that is so rough. Oh, there's a wing still bouncing around.
From that BMW.
Wing is still bouncing.
Got another fan for Benjamin. Thank you, chat, for letting us know that Benjamin pitted. We obviously were talking and missed it.
Let's pull
up the pit.
Stops.
Go ahead and see what the pit strategy is looking like so far. Around halfway in this race.
If I can
find it.
There we go.
There we go.
Pit
strategy.
Also, it is worth pointing out that our leader, Christian Martinez in first, has lapped Benjamin Bechtel, who is now currently sitting in third.
Oh man, so he did what he said he was going to do.
And he did it way sooner than we were expecting to.
Definitely.
So now we're going to see on the map here if Christian's going to be able to catch Brian here. As you can see, once Christian gets past all this lap traffic, which it looks like he has, now the next car in front of him is going to be second place. And if Christian can lap second place, then I think this
he's running away with it.
This race is going to be decided.
It's going to be his.
Oh yeah.
So really, then what we'll be looking at is the fight for second place.
Yep.
At that point.
Some other close battles. It looks like EJ just lost a spot to Devereaux, who moves up to fifth.
Now we do have a question in chat. Are there any rules on when or how you're allowed to pass lapped cars? So the rule is really the car that's being lapped will get something called a blue flag, which signals that the faster car is coming up around them, right? It is the faster car's job to go around that car safely. Sometimes, and during their communication, they all can talk to each other, like in the actual race that we don't hear. They can talk to each other and be like, I'm coming up on you, I'm going to pass to the right. They can let them know what they're going to do. There's no specific rule that they have to do that. Basically, you want to just pass them at the safest point that you can without causing any incidents on either side.
That's right. All right, looking here, a lot of these drivers are putting in really solid laps. Dayton with a 122. He just set his best lap of the race there. Going to try and close that gap down to EJ Luna, who's currently sitting in sixth, who has fallen a little bit back from Shea Devereaux, who has moved to the top 5 here. It looks like he had a pretty unfortunate start to this race as he dropped a few positions at the start, but now he is back to where he started there in 5th. 50 seconds behind Xavier there in 4th, but still improvements and good pace from that driver.
Definitely.
Marissa.
You know what I am curious is how Shea is doing, because before last race, he shattered his Achilles. He is driving injured right now. I wonder how an endurance race, this long of a race, and you have to think about being on the gas, being on the brake. You know, I'm not sure if he does both feet. I'm not sure how he manages his driving, but it's possible he could come into some pretty good, physical fatigue or pain because he is driving injured tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, racing full tilt in a racing sim is not like a physically undemanding task. Like, your heart rate is constantly up. Depending on your setup, I guess, how much force feedback you have in the wheel, you can start to feel it in your shoulders, you can start to feel it in your forearms. And I guess you'll start to feel it in your eyes too, looking at a screen for this long. With laser focus, I don't know about you, but my eyes dry up pretty easily, especially here in Colorado. So I'm sure these guys are also going to be battling that kind of fatigue as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure anybody has this problem. I forget to blink. I get so focused that I'm like, all of a sudden my eyes are watering. I'm like, oh, I need to blink. I need to blink. So, I mean, it comes with some of that laser focus that you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. If you need to remind yourself to blink, then you're locked in.
You are definitely focused. And this is a long race. These are endurance races. So that fatigue is definitely going to be kicking in at some point.
Most definitely. As you can see on your screen here, we got the current driver standings and the team standings from the last race. So Brian Sabelski, who's moved up to second now, is our points leader. And you'll see there's a lot of difference between the top points havers and then the bottom points havers. And this means like all of these drivers have done a race in the series, but doesn't mean they've done all of the races. Like we know Christian has not done all of the races so far in this league, which is why he's currently 6th in points. But if he keeps racing like he is now, he's going to be up there in no time.
Right, because the higher you place in the race, the more points you get, right? Which we will have a rundown after this race to give you an idea of the new driver standings and team standings. But you can see that team standing between Full Throttle and Mile High Motor Club, that gap is closing. If Full Throttle keeps all three of their drivers scoring high, top 5, they have a really good chance on running away with this team standing.
Absolutely.
If you see that driver standing, you have both Dayton and Benjamin in the top 3 for total driver standing. So they are putting in the work. You have the whole team in top 5. Dominic is 5th place overall.
Yep.
So that's a pretty solid team. They are definitely putting in the work.
Yeah, and I mean, like, we can talk about teams. We got OK Motorsports currently sitting 3rd in the team standings. Even though Brian is up at the top with the most amount of driver points, his teammates Zach and Alexander there are both at the bottom, and they're not here in this race to score points. So OK Motorsports has just been bleeding points in the team standings. So
they are bleeding points because they are constantly down a driver or 2. Of this race, they're down 2 drivers. So chat, if there's anybody who would like to become a reserve driver, I'll put it out there again. Let us know. You can shoot a DM to Denver Racing Social on Instagram. You can send one to me directly. We will get you, we'll get you taken care of. We'll get you set up. But yeah, we'd love to have you join us. Now, to respond to the chat, is there one? So the one being lapped isn't required to move over. No, they're not required to move over.
Yes, it is the passing car's responsibility to find the space on track to make the pass happen. But if you are a lap down and you see the leader behind you, it is common knowledge and it's good racing etiquette to just sort of let them have the optimal line, let them have their race, because you aren't racing them at the end of the day. So you don't want to impact your own race, but you also want to make sure you don't impact their race as well.
That's right. So it's not a rule, but it's good, like John said, it's good etiquette.
Yeah. A lot of these drivers have really good etiquette when
do.
it comes to racing each other cleanly.
They
so
do.
That's what we love to see in leagues like this.
Yeah, I think this group is very respectable to each other. They respect everybody and they want to have good, clean races, but they also want to have that healthy competition. As we saw at the end of last week's race, as we saw at the beginning of this race, that the battles between drivers, it's all in good fun. It's entertaining, and that's why we're all here, right?
Because we love it.
Thank you for joining us.
You can watch all these cars just get out of Christian's way as he comes up on them.
Powerhouse.
Definitely. I mean, you can see Elijah's been lapped 4 times. That's a lot. Christian is running away with it. We had a chat earlier that said, I think Christian can go cook dinner and come back and still win the race. I don't think it's that much time, but he definitely does have a
1 minute 20 seconds is the fastest lap of this race, and he's about to lap second place if he keeps this pace up. So, hypothetically speaking, he could take a bathroom break super quickly, come back to his car, and still have the lead.
Yep, he could take a minute break.
Yeah.
And still be in the lead.
I think I need to go next door and just bang on his door to distract him a little bit, or see if he's actually the one driving. I think he has like a pro driver in that sim over there next door.
I don't know. When we talked to him, he sounded so confident. You could probably go over there and just have a full-on conversation with him, and he'd still be putting down 120, 121 second
Just
laps.
roll my chair up next to him, like, hey, how's it going? Let's do an interview.
You probably could, or maybe he's got like Max Verstappen just like in there doing the race for him. Max, if you're watching,
Which
are you
we know
actually
he
watching,
is
or are you
watching.
racing?
Yes.
I've seen some people completely remove themselves from the race to let Christian by. Honestly, probably so, because we know Christian has such a fiery personality. I don't know if these drivers really want to get on his bad side,
That
you
is
know?
true.
So I think if you see him coming behind you, best to let him go.
How many?
Chat wants you to take the camera next door.
Oh yeah, we can. I'll hold it up through the window. I'll drive the truck over and then climb and see if we could peek in through the top. Or I could just open his door. He probably has his headphones on. He would never know. So production, I want you guys to be able to take a break. How many more teams do we need to jump on board with before we take the break?
Well, we have not talked with Brian Sabelski so far. He's the only driver for OK Motorsports, currently sitting in second.
And
we have not talked with Mulbar either.
All right.
So we can go ahead and hop on with
Chat,
them
let's
and then
get
have a
some
break.
in there.
We forgot to ask Xavier the question.
All about Forza.
We forgot. We're so sorry,
Sorry, chat.
We'll get him in the
We will get
post-race
the answer.
interview.
We talked to them at the end of the race.
Yeah,
we
we'll
will
get
get the answer. I'm sorry, I forgot.
We will get
I'll
him.
do better.
All right. First, this will be a pretty brief chat because there's only one
It's
guy.
only
Let's
one
go
guy.
ahead and talk with Brian.
See how Brian's doing.
Hey, Brian, this is the production booth. You guys got us? I guess it's just you, not you guys. You're a solo team show carrying your team right now, currently sitting in second. How's this race been going for you so far?
Traffic's been a little bit of a mess, but hanging in there.
Yeah, the last time we checked, you had 0 incident points. Is that still true?
Yes.
Wow, that is incredible stuff.
How do you do that?
Very carefully.
Especially with all the traffic, and Mile High Motor Club's been a little accident prone this race, and you kind of have been not in any of that mess.
Yeah, I just try and keep eyes up and look ahead, just like you would in real life. Just understand that, your spotter will call out stuff, and you just gotta be prepped for making invasive maneuvers.
So your leader is about 10 seconds behind you right now. What's your strategy?
Keep going.
You gonna block?
Are you gonna block
No.
him?
No, it's not gonna be worthwhile. I don't want to let the third place car catch up to me.
That's smart. But you're up 2 spots from the start, and I guess, like I mentioned, you're the solo driver for OK Motorsports today, showing up strong when you need it.
Yep. Just want to give some well wishes to Zach Grigsby, who may have broken his toe today, so that's why he's not here.
Thanks. Well wishes to
Yep.
Zach. Any other messages to any fans you might have in this chat?
Thanks for hanging out and watching, and go team.
I'm lobbying for reserve drivers for you. I don't know
Appreciate
if
it.
it's gonna work, but I'm trying.
I appreciate all the help I get right now.
I mean, they have a very strong principle. So
It's very true. All right, well, we'll let you get back to racing. Good luck, keep it up, and
Thank you.
we'll chat with you at the end of the race.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Good luck. All right, well, you just heard from Brian. I forgot, we should have mentioned he is like the points leader. And right now, where he's sitting, this is optimal points for him right now to hold on to that championship lead. So
Definitely.
props to Brian, but let's go ahead and hop in with our last team. We got Mole Bar. So any messages you want to leave to our Mole Bar racers, let us know
That
in the
is
chat.
Zane, Shay, and Ruben. That is on your screen. May, Devereaux, and Gutierrez.
All right, let's hop in. Hey, Team Mole Bar, this is the production booth. You guys got us?
Hey, yes. What's going on, man?
We just wanted to check in with you guys, hear how your race is going, and share some of the love you're getting in the chat. So let's just go ahead and hear from you guys. How's this race going for you guys so far?
It's going a lot better than the last one, man.
That's good to hear.
We're actually managing to stay in track. You know, Saints having an amazing race so far. You know. What do you guys have to say, guys?
Yeah, I have been watching you guys race. It's great to see you guys improve from last week, especially. But Shay also is currently sitting in 5th. You qualified 5th. Did you have a rough start of the race?
Yeah, my start was just all about survival. So I saw some people going past me, and I just kind of let them go. But right now I'm in a battle with Luna. I just keep watching that relative, and we're just going back and forth. So I'm trying to keep them behind me.
It looks like you've got the consistent pace to hold that position, but definitely showing up for your team. So that's what we love to see.
How are you showing up for your team, considering last week's injury?
It's all right. I just have to have a weird accelerator foot position. Like my heel is kind of on the pedal, but it's not slowing me down too much.
That's very apparent.
But it's weird with the foot injuries going on.
Yeah, I guess 2 in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Zach's injury today, and they're very close to race time. Zach's injury happened today. Shay, I think yours happened the day before the race. So
Yep, it was Monday night.
Yeah, so that's hopefully all the bad juju's gone and everyone can be healthy and race the rest of the season.
Hopefully.
All right, well, you guys have any messages you want to share to your fans in the chat, or anything you want to say to the chat to possibly get more fans?
This is your only shot to try to get some team participation for that last trivia to get you guys some extra bonus points.
There's nothing better than a trash can on fire. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, shout out to Ray, by the way. And shout out to my mom and my brother.
All right.
There you go, shout out. Well, we'll
Now,
let you guys.
we do want to give you, one little update for the last team trivia where chat was earning points for the teams. Your team did earn an extra 100 points.
Nice, thank you.
Nice work, guys.
Thank you guys. Appreciate
Keep your
that.
fans in the chat, and we'll do more trivia to help you get some bonus points if we can.
Those
100%.
BMWs look really good on the track, by the way. You guys are running into nightfall, though. So, any concerns about that?
I don't know. The track's been kind of changing throughout the race. It got hot there for a little bit, and seems like it's cooling back down. So that'll be good for us.
Yeah, it's looking like it's in at about 73 degrees right now.
Nice.
That'll be interesting to deal with other cars when the sun sets, if it sets fully before the end of the race.
Absolutely. Well, we'll be keeping our eyes on you guys. Hope you guys have a good rest of your race, and I'm sure we'll talk again before this broadcast is over. So good luck, guys. Good racing, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you have now heard from all of your teams in this race on lap 69, 1 hour, 34 minutes into this race. And yeah, not much has changed.
No. We do have chat wants us to get on board with first and second, so we will transition over.
Yeah, it looks like Christian right now is getting closer and closer and closer to Zabelski there. That's the car right down there. He sees him now at the end of the straightaway, and we'll see if Christian can catch up to him. But like we mentioned before, the broadcast booth is going to take a quick break, and then we will be back to cover the rest of this race. So we appreciate all the messages.
Get
in
ready
chat.
for some more trivia.
Yes,
it's going to
trivia.
happen when we get back. So
Absolutely.
get ready for that. It's all going to be true false. So get ready for that, but we are going to take a quick break. Thank you for staying with us. We'll be right back.
Be back in 5.
right, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing some hot laps with Dominic in the 360 sim here at DRS. We're currently on lap 76, 1 hour and 43 minutes into this race, and we've got some trivia starting up for a chance to win some free sim time at Denver Racing Social.
Which means you can actually drive in the sim that Dominic is in right now. What you're seeing on your screen, you get to be in that for free. Normally, we charge, I think it's like $120 for 1 hour. So you, plus 3 friends, can come, try it out, become a member if you want, hang out with us, come to some watch parties, do all the fun things that we do, check out the facility, and yeah, you get to do it for free.
Yeah. All for answering true or false questions.
Yeah. So, scan your QR code. The code for this one is 8AAPE if you go to crowd.live. Now, while we were on break, first of all, you get a little view of the clubhouse, but while we were on break, we did see that Dylan did get disqualified. Unfortunately, that means he is out of the race for tonight. So,
something else we also noticed, unfortunate for Dylan, but it looks like Brian Sabelski went into the pits, which is why you now see him behind Bechtel. And it looks like some of these drivers are also going into the pits, maybe for a penalty or maybe it's for strategy. Hard to say, but keep an eye out on our 2nd through 5th place drivers, because I think once these pit cycles cycle out, Christian, our leader, will have officially lapped every single person in this race.
How crazy is that?
We, as we see now, have our camera angle going across the street to go see Christian. I am shocked this is working.
I am excited to see what is going on.
As we're peeking in.
Oh, he's in the dark.
In the dark, fully locked in. That's funny. All right, we'll bring the camera back up.
You do also get a quick little view of our mobile sim. Right? Andrew's walking up to it, but you could rent that out for your birthday party, for your corporate event. Rent us out. You get charged per hour. It's a lot of fun. You could also see it at different events. If you follow Denver Racing Social on any social media, you'll see where they're at. Check them out online. But yeah, you could take a spin in the motion or mobile sim as well. We are sitting up there. We're gonna go up the stairs, and you're gonna see where we're coming from.
Yeah, this is our broadcast booth, as you can say. Watching the race, commentating everything we can, and it's a good place to do some trivia as well.
It is. So we got about a minute left. Get out your phones or get out your computers, whatever. A win for the cameraman, Andrew. You got fans in chat.
Cameraman.
Get out your phones. Get out your tablets, your computers, your laptops. Scan the QR code. Go to crowd.live. The code for this trivia is 8AAPE, and this is to win the hour here at Denver Racing Social DRS Centennial location. Free hour for you, plus 3 friends. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Are you guys ready?
That's
Chat?
it. It's trivia time.
You ready for some more trivia? This is true false. I am not going to participate, so I don't win an hour. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to win anyway. I don't know what these questions are. I'm not participating on this one, but
I'll participate, but I don't think that's a threat to anybody else in this trivia. So we'll
good
see.
luck to everybody, and we're gonna get ready. We're gonna get started. Chat. Let's hear it. You guys ready?
Firing up the dial, join the game. That's what we'd love to hear. That is what we'd love to
We
hear.
appreciate you, and if you do want to join us, let us know.
We'll do this trivia, and we'll ride on board with Xavier. I'm sitting in 4th.
Here we go. True or false? Movie trailers originally ran after the feature presentation. We're so used to them before now.
I like to think it wasn't a question if it wasn't true, but what do I know?
I think it's true. Oh, we're at 50-50.
Oh, it's split.
It is split. It's
Hey,
true.
it was true. Let's go. Oh, they're called movie trailers because they trailed the feature film.
Ah, let's
There
do
you
some
go.
fun facts.
And don't worry, if you have not joined the trivia yet, you still
You
can.
still can. Yep. You can still scan that QR code. You can still go to crowd.live. And our code for this one is 88APE. I'm going to say this is false.
Yeah, I said it's false too. I mean, that'd just be a crazy stat line.
But maybe it's true. Oh, almost everybody thought it was false. And
I
they
wish-
are correct.
I wish Race Control was here to spectate Shay battling with Harrison right now on the track for 5th.
All right, we got more people joining trivia. Thank you for joining us. We want you to win the free hour sim session. Ooh, I think that's true.
I guess false.
Uh-oh. I'm not playing, so my vote doesn't count.
But you do seem to know all of the answers, so...
I'm guessing. This is why I'm not playing, so I'm not accused of cheating. I wouldn't take the hour anyway, but... Oh, a lot of people
I was
agree
the
with
only
me.
one who said false.
And it is true. Good job, chat. We got some smart people in there.
Not me.
Not you, you're first.
Because I guessed the first two right.
All right, when written out in words, 1,000 is the first number with the letter A.
Marissa really doesn't know these questions.
I don't. I think it's true.
I think it's true as well. Running through it in my head.
But it is true.
There you go.
That's a tough one.
That was a weird one.
With the letter A? That's crazy. I would like to apologize to Christian for creeping up on him earlier. I wasn't even sure if the camera would reach that far. Was it pretty steady footage the whole way over?
It was.
Yeah, the signal cut out a little bit when you were like getting close to his garage, but I was
really?
surprised the signal was so strong.
Oh, he's racing in the dark over there.
What's up, chat? If you're just now joining us, we're racing some endurance racing here in Detroit, doing some trivia for some
Only
free
one
sim time.
person got that right. It is false.
I
Wait,
got it
what?
right. Oh no.
I would have thought all
I
I,
got it
want
wrong.
for Christmas is you would have skyrocketed her up there. Crystal coming back in the trivia
Yeah,
standings.
she's rocking it. The Mississippi River is the longest river in the United States.
Well, obviously.
For some of these, I'm just guessing as
I think
fast
it's
as I
true.
can for maximum points.
That
I
is
guess
true.
true.
Yeah, you
That's
got
my
a
strat.
50-50 shot. If you're fast, you get so many more points.
All fact.
I put true
I think it's true.
because it is.
Everybody
Oh, wow.
thought true.
And everyone got it wrong.
Oh.
What? Really? No, I was kidding. No way. Missouri River?
Missouri River.
1 mile longer? No.
Missouri River, Mississippi River.
I've never even heard of the
What's
Missouri
the difference?
River.
That's crazy. We agree with you, chat. In the dark would be the vibe. But if we were in the dark, you wouldn't be able to see us bringing the stream to you.
Very true, very true. Gotta,
I wonder if Christian's listening to like music or anything, if it's just raw engine sound.
No,
for
it was like
2.5 hours.
It was very, very quiet over there.
Well, I'm sure he's got his headphones on because he's chatting with his team.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So there's
There's
gotta be
team
some-
chatter.
All right, it was false. Lord of the Rings fans.
Wow, I'm butchering this.
I am not.
Still in the lead though.
Crystal's maintaining her second place.
Okay, and Raider X, come on, let's get some points. Just answer fast. Answer fast.
McDonald's served
True.
a mixed spaghetti.
Mixed spaghetti.
I want to say that's true.
If mixed spaghetti exists, I would have heard about it by now. That's what I'm saying.
I want to say that's true.
You weren't around in the
Just because that's
1970s,
hilarious, but
John.
that predates me.
Mixed spaghetti.
I think it predates everyone in this sim competition.
Yes. It is true. Oh my gosh, I wonder what that was.
What do I have to
like.
do to have some good
If
spaghetti?
you were with us last stream, you knew that some of our
Wonder how it was
drivers were born
packaged.
in the 2000s. So,
Very
Crystal,
true. Very
you jumped
true.
up to first. Good job. And yes, we agree with you, Chatter. You should come to Denver to hit up the sim.
100%. Beings.
Human beings and cattle have roughly the same gestational period. I think that's false. But I don't know.
I guess true. I don't know. They look so in sync in the GIF. I just had to go with my gut on this one.
It's
Pun
true.
intended.
Good pun there, John.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, pizza has been ordered.
Sweet.
Daniel Day-Lewis, only actor.
I don't even know who that is.
I'm gonna say
Four?
false.
I said false.
I don't know the answer though. I don't know who it is if it's not him. False it is.
It's false.
Ooh, somebody just hit the wall. Right in front of Xavier. Is that Benjamin? Yeah.
Looks like we're going through some pit cycles here.
Yeah, we got
Ooh.
Harrison in the pit right now. We
Billie
have Cruz
Eilish's
in the
middle
pit.
name is Pirate? Is that true? Do we have Billie Eilish?
I find that so hard to
I'm a
believe,
Billie
but I
Eilish
could be
fan.
proven
Maybe.
wrong.
I have no idea.
I would vote true, but I'm not playing.
I would vote false.
Oh.
False. It
It's
is not.
true.
Billie Pirate Eilish?
Wow.
Billie Pirate.
Her parents are artists. Yes.
Oh, I see.
Wait, for real? First
I'm down
off, I
to
don't
third
think
now.
Billie Eilish is her real name. Is it? Africa is the only continent.
Ooh, do we have any geography buffs?
I thought there were only 2 hemispheres. So, not me.
Don't let
That's
Andrew
for sure.
answer this question.
What the hell's a hemisphere? Damn it. Alright. False. Because it's a trick
Oh,
question.
we're
There's only 2.
50-50
It's split, and the battle for the top's really close, too. Oh, I guess false.
Really?
I think Crystal's gonna
Crystal's
run
running
away
away
with
with it.
But
Yeah,
our
Sean.
second place is really close.
Sean is very, very close. Oh, this I should get. False.
Oh, did Dayton
man,
just hit the
come on,
wall?
Dayton.
Oh, it looks like
Oh shoot!
maybe he's coming out of the pits there.
Come
Oh,
on,
just
Dayton,
cold tires.
hurry.
Hurry up, hurry up. Go, go, go,
Oh,
go, go,
oh.
go,
Mobar car coming up on him.
go. Oh, I switched over
I
to
got
the wrong
distracted. Sorry. Sorry, chat.
button.
I got
I still
distracted
think
from
it's
the trivia.
false.
It's false.
Yeah. Name for the character Herman Moby Dick. Ooh.
Close, they're up
Martinez
there at the
just
top.
made the pass on second place. Ooh.
Ooh, I think that's true.
Oh no!
Oh!
Zabelski in the back.
Oh no, that's
Bechtel.
Zabelski in an incident. That's so hard to
Ooh, maybe
believe.
he'll have not. He'll
Oh
be
yeah.
maybe close to
A drive-through,
a
yeah.
drive-through. I doubt it though.
All right, founder of famous Amos.
Famous
Amos? Oh man, I don't know.
It is true.
Who are those 2 guys?
Simon and Garfunkel.
Not my genre.
All right, Crystal and Sean, you guys are neck and neck. Ooh, I'm gonna say false. False, false, false. This is the last question for the winner of an hour free
Oh
sim time
man,
here
Zane
at
just
DRS
got
Centennial.
taken out.
Oh,
by a mile high. Who's
wheels
this?
off the
DJ?
ground.
Nick? Yeah.
All right, someone said true.
All right.
That was wrong. It is false.
All right, who won this one?
See what we're
Oh,
at.
last minute switch over for the pass. He tried to get out of the way. So we have John in
Crystal,
third
you
place.
must have answered questions quicker
Third.
than Sean.
Let's go.
Oh, Sean.
You both answered the
close.
same amount of questions correctly, but because you were faster, you won first place. So congratulations, Crystal. Let Andrew know.
Oh, man,
Let me
two?
know when you want to cash in
I think we're going to need a limit on these.
your hour of free sim time for you plus 3 of your friends.
And by the way, Crystal and Dayton are both sponsors of the Broadcast Challenge series.
Oh?
Yeah, they do. They sponsor it with Oasis Detailing. They offer vehicle detailing services here in the Denver Metro. They come out to you. They've came out to clean the F-150 when I first bought it, and it was totally trashed. And they made it feel like a new truck again. So thank you guys.
I think they also sponsored one of the Hot Lap challenges during one of the watch parties.
Yep.
That somebody got a gift certificate to. It wasn't me, I didn't win. But somebody got it. I ended up having to schedule my own appointment to do it because I didn't win.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for being a sponsor.
I just reached out to him today to do a refresher on the truck and my wife's car. So yeah.
Nice.
No. Yeah, today I was literally driving home with this big potted plant on my center console, and
no.
someone came out in front of me. I hit the brakes a little hard, and my whole center console was covered in dirt.
It's full of dirt.
Dang.
So I was like, I don't want to clean this. I'll just call up Oasis. So.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
No, it was everywhere. I wouldn't have been able to live like that. But no, thanks again to our sponsors, Oasis. We have Simply Subarus. So thank you. And yeah, thank you guys. So.
Don't forget to mention Denver Racing Social. None of this would be possible without Denver Racing Social and Andrew.
And
I know
our
he doesn't
members.
want to take any credit, but
So yeah, no, Denver Racing Social wouldn't be here without our members. So I think Marissa and Benjamin have been one of the longest standing member couples that we've had here. So they've won awards for being like the best couple as well, for like attending every watch party and doing all, like, always there to help out. So thank you guys as well. And Benjamin, how's his race doing? I just realized that we're stuck in a replay, so we don't have any live data. But yeah, Bechtel's doing pretty well. And yeah, thank you guys for always being there to support the clubhouse and really support me by helping out whenever we're doing events and stuff like that. Marissa's always there to lend a hand. And yeah, so thank you.
definitely. Now it looks like going back to the race,
Yeah.
Benjamin got lapped.
Ooh, nice save there.
Or not lapped, but passed.
Oh yeah, and it looks like he's got quite the gap to Zabelski in front of him here too. So we do only have 25 minutes left in this race, so I would be surprised if any driver still had a pit stop to do. I think when we were doing that last trivia, we were watching all of the pit cycles go through. So the order you see it as of right now, I think, is where it has been and where it will probably end up unless there is a big incident. So we
Possibly,
should.
but
Speaking of
were
it.
you here last week? Did you
That's-
see
yep.
what happened at the end of the race? Anything could happen in the last 5 laps of this race.
We could look at incident points too. We could get more of an idea of who's really close to having to go into the pits for a penalty drive-through.
Definitely.
Yeah, Dylan, unfortunately, is our only driver who's been disqualified so far. Zabelski only with 4 incident points, Christian with 6, and all of the other drivers they're getting up there.
Yeah, it looks like Elijah is 8 points away, but looks like he's really cleaned up his race since the beginning. And Ruben, 10 points away. But you have a lot of the front runners are still really low on those. Shay's only had 1.
All right, so there you go. There's your incident point update, things to look out for. But this race is going to slowly come to a close here. Looks like there aren't any really small gaps between these drivers. We heard Shay for Molbar be talking about how once he passed EJ, he was looking in his rearview mirror, looking at the intervals, and seeing EJ's times on him. But it looks like EJ hasn't been able to find the pace on him there, as Shay has just been driving away in 5th, Xavier in 4th, Bechtel in 3rd, Zabelski in 2nd, and our leader, Christian Martinez, running away. Yep, a lap
ahead
of every single driver on this track.
That is pretty crazy. But good for him. I mean, he's put in the work. It shows. He's got minimal incident points, and he's running away with the win on this one.
Absolutely. I can already hear him talking after this race about how he just, like, you know, had to show up after last week, and he definitely has there.
Definitely. I anticipate when he's done with his race, he'll be running up our stairs to come chat with us for our ending trivia and for, you know, the cool down round table.
So yeah, I think EJ's got to put in
a lot of work.
A lot of Max Verstappen laps here if he wants to get himself onto the podium.
He's down a lap.
Because Bechtel in 3rd, our bottom podium position, is a whole lap ahead of 4th right now.
Right.
So the gap between 4th and 3rd is a lap, and the gap from 2nd to 1st is a lap. So our leader is now like 2 laps ahead of 4th, 5th?
Yes.
He's running away.
Definitely running away. If EJ wants to get on the podium, that's moving up 3 positions, he'd have to start lapping.
You know, I heard the more messages that you send in a Twitch chat cheering your driver, it actually gives that car horsepower. So maybe if you just kept
keep it up.
if you kept sending your encouraging messages to EJ, maybe he can really feel that power in the car and start making some moves. But that's just what I'm hearing around here. You know, I'm nothing official.
Every 100 chat messages for a specific driver will allow me to DQ some random other driver at will. Just anyone on track, just DQ.
Russian roulette DQ rule.
That's crazy.
They should add this to Formula One.
We would get so many chat messages.
That is crazy.
No, we would have to cut that off. We wouldn't be able to count it. That'd be the main problem. Everyone starts spamming the chat.
But we do want your chat. We do want to talk
we
to you. So let us know. Do you want us to jump on with not Christian, who's running away with everything? Do you want us to keep with Christian? Do you have any other questions? We can answer some questions tonight.
Like, you can see all of the cars on the map here if you want to maybe hop on board with someone who's chasing someone. Like right now, EJ's currently chasing. Trying to see what car number that is.
2nd place, I think. So that's Brian.
Oh, Zabelski.
Yeah, it's Zabelski there.
I don't know why he's chasing. He's not gonna. Is he gonna unlap himself?
I think he's trying to unlap himself. Now, one fact about Shay, his first race with DRS, he came out of the work like quick. I think he came in like 2nd place and surprised everybody, including us. We were like, who is this guy? Why is he so fast? And why have we never heard of him? So, shout out to Shay. Are there any fans of Shay in the chat? Let us know.
Yeah, we were just talking about the performances for all the Molbar drivers, and we had said Shay on his debut race in this series had a phenomenal race, finished 2nd, I believe, and I feel like that really just set his tone for racing in this league. So not the best race for him today, currently 5th, but Shay's definitely going to be one of the top contenders here as the series continues.
Super easy, super easy.
Thank you for cheering on Shay, even though you don't know Shay. We appreciate it. We are all a community here. We encourage all of our drivers. So thank you. Thank you for the support. We appreciate you. Thank you for showing up tonight. Let us know if you're having fun, if you're enjoying it.
Please share it with everyone else.
Tell all your friends, your family.
Yeah.
your coworkers,
I tell
your
all
enemies.
I tell all my friends and family. My mom hops into the chat sometimes, and I just want to say hi, Mom.
I said
Yeah.
that earlier.
I always pull up the Twitch stream on my dad's computer because I know he's not going to be able to pull it up on his own. So I pull it up, and I'm sure he's watching along, enjoying all of the good racing here. But looks like all of the jostling for position has come to slow down, I guess is what I'm trying to say here.
Here's a shameless plug, actually, for John. John has a great channel. If you guys like watching drag racing or just fastest, what would you say it is, John? Like distance, obviously. It's really distance, right? Most of your challenges.
Yeah, I'll do Hot Wheels distance racing. I'll do Hot Wheels one-on-one racing, and honestly, anything racing is what I make my content on. So I'm excited. I'm going to Charlotte this weekend to watch the Coca-Cola 600 and make some content for NASCAR, and needed to come and commentate Detroit before leaving. So I'm just a lot of racing in my life. What can I say? It's
Definitely. Well,
what I
we
love.
appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending time with us.
Happy to be here. I just love talking about racing. It's my
Yeah.
favorite thing.
Definitely. For our chatter who didn't know that tonight was the race, our next one is June 17th. If you want to fly out, come watch. You're more than welcome to. But thank you for joining on stream. You can watch from wherever you are. But yeah.
We've been getting a lot of messages of people saying they'd love to come to the clubhouse just to watch the racing, which you totally can, but how cool would it be to have a live audience of viewers watching the races as these go on? I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head, but this is race 5 of the series, so we still have like a ton of other races to do.
Definitely. There are quite a few more races to do, so check out Denver Racing Social.
Look at this guy.
This is John.
Where were you at, John, on this one?
It's not on the stream, just so you know. But
Oh,
that
it's not?
It is on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Oh, I see.
It's
I
on the
see.
bottom
It's just
corner.
full straight cross. I see. Yeah, that was in Los Angeles. I was flown out to a red carpet event for a product launch in collaboration with Mattel Brick Shop and Hot Wheels. So it was really cool to be recognized for the content that I make, and I got to see these products live before they even released. Like, I had to sign an NDA, there was an embargo, I couldn't say anything until the products were officially announced. But yeah, that was one of the coolest moments of my career, for sure. Standing on a red carpet, standing by the free bar. Pretty cool stuff.
Man, that's awesome.
Oh, and he's talking on camera, like.
Yeah, still
he
haven't
likes to do.
seen the result of that interview at Flip, but they're still posting content, so.
Some really cool stuff, though.
It's cool. I got to meet a lot of other influencers at that event. I was the only Hot Wheels influencer there, but there were a ton of Lego influencers there, and Lego influencers, they know what they're talking about. Like, they're experts of this stuff. So I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Well, good job,
Dylan,
and thank you
thanks
for being
staying
with us.
With us. Even though you've been DQ'd, yes, stay on for the end of the race so that you can participate in trivia and still earn points for your team. And I got
Mario
a shout
Kart.
out. Hi. That's my mom. See, I told you. We appreciate all of our parents, our siblings, our friends, all of our family.
Oh,
Thank you for joining us in the chat, in watching our stream, being a part of what makes us happy, things that we're passionate about. So thank you again for joining us. We appreciate all of the family, friends that come to join us on these races.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So this last trivia, that's going to happen in about 13 minutes, 12 minutes-ish, is going to be for team points again. So you'll pick which team you want your points to go with, and we'll get that trivia.
DRX.
I believe it's only 10.
FTT. Put down whatever team sounds good to you.
Yeah, whoever you like. Do you have a favorite driver? Who told you about our stream tonight? You want to support them and their team? We can give you another rundown of the teams, who's on it.
Yeah, we can just go down the grid as we stand right now. Christian Martinez, our leader, obviously dominating for Moto House, putting in some really good laps. And we've talked to him once throughout the race, but vibrant personality, great guy to talk with and just hang out with. So he's definitely a fan favorite for the moments he's in this chat. He's currently sitting in first. We got OK Motorsports in second, driven by team principal Brian Sabelski. He is the only OK Motorsports driver in this race, so choosing that team would also help that team score points in that team's championship. And then third place, we got Benjamin Bechtel there in Full Throttle Racing. One of our most dominant racers in Full Throttle, has one of the bigger fan bases we hear about in this chat. So 3 different teams in the top 3. Xavier on the same team as Christian there, but then Shay in 5th for Mulbar Racing is a new team. And they're the newest team to join this league as well, so the more points they can score in the trivia, the better.
Yeah, this really only helps their season team standings, so you can see Full Throttle Racing, number 1, Mile High, number 2, OK, Moto House, and then Mulbar. And they are the newest team. That's why their points are so low. Every team, they have the opportunity of getting at least 700 to 800 points every single race. If all drivers, oh my God, something is going on.
We just heard Dominic spin.
Yeah, I don't think that sound really comes across on the mics, but here in the clubhouse, I mean, it's an open floor plan, so we can hear everything going on below us. And let me tell you, the sim is not quiet.
Not at all.
Which, if you book time at DRS for 1 hour for you plus 3 friends, you get to figure that out firsthand. Another Mile High Motor Club.
Mile High Motor Club trying to get around him and goes through the grass. Might want to see another angle there. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but it looks like he just got a little loose. I don't know. Still, contact after 2 hours of racing. This is...
I mean, you got to give it to these drivers. They are going to be,
Pizza's here.
They're fatigued. They're tired. They have been driving for 2 hours. Plus, any practice they did before the race started, before our stream even started, practice was open for a little over an hour before our stream even started. And I'm sure a lot of these drivers were scrambling to get some practice in before the actual race started. So these guys have got to be tired.
Oh, yeah. I know I would be. I've never done any racing event longer than like an hour. So the fact that these guys have been locked in for so long, no bathroom breaks, maybe they're sipping on water, I don't know. But like when you're locked in, you have nothing else you can do other than race. So once these events are over, we always hear in the roundtable after the fact the drivers are tired, they want to go to bed, they want to use the restroom, do all of those things that normal humans do, because when you're racing for 2.5 hours, you can't do much.
No, definitely not. I mean, I don't think I've raced more than 30 minutes, and I don't even race. I just go in it for fun because it's a lot of fun.
Professional race car drivers, if they have to go, they just go.
They just go.
There's nothing stopping.
You can't just stop the whole race because you gotta go.
I don't think that's the strategy for sim racing, because there are definitely alternatives there. But moral of the story: if you gotta go, you gotta go.
You gotta go. All right, chat.
I just heard Dominic downstairs saying 7 minutes left. I think he's looking forward to the end of this race.
I think Dominic is exhausted.
I think all of the drivers are looking forward to being done driving on this course. Bumpy street course. I mean, we have Watkins Glen coming up next, which is a much smoother racetrack, more flowy turns. It's an actual racetrack. And compared to street circuits like this, I think drivers just prefer the actual race circuit rather than streets.
Street circuits, definitely.
I am terrible at Mario Kart. I would like to think I'm good at it, but I am not.
I'm really good at Mario Kart. I would argue no one here could beat me at Mario Kart.
I probably cannot beat you at Mario Kart. I'm not even gonna try.
I like the mushroom kind of world, or that series. but Rainbow Road, like that series, the Star one, terrible.
The Star.
It's terrible.
Oh, again!
You just heard that downstairs. Oh, that's 3 different
Dominic.
teams sliding.
No.
Jeez.
Dominic in the wall.
Wow.
Oh
That
man.
was something else right there. That was Xavier, EJ, and Dominic tied up. in that one.
EJ's just not been
It
able
is
to
not his night.
keep his nose out of trouble.
Jeez.
Oh, Dom just driving straight into the
He must
corner.
have had a lockup or something.
I mean, Andrew just mentioned he's counting down the minutes for this race to be over. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Let's take
Oh, my lord.
Xavier's point of view here.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Xavier
Oh,
just
then
gets a little bit
Xavier's-
loose.
Oh man.
Hey, manages to escape with no incident points though. No contact or anything.
One more time on that, yeah.
I didn't even see a lockup from
It
Dominic.
didn't
I
look
don't know
like
what
he was
happened.
turning hard into that corner. He just
Man.
went straight.
I like Peach.
And then he's a little stuck in that corner.
All right, who's your favorite Mario Kart player? John, who do you pick?
That's a good question. I've been a Yoshi guy.
I've always been Yoshi guy.
Yeah,
Every
I'm
time.
a big
Really?
Yoshi guy. Sometimes I'll play the baby Luigi. Sometimes I'll play the Rosalina. You know, it depends on the crowd. You know.
Right.
Looks like Dom's having to serve a drive-through now.
Toad. Chat likes Toad. I don't
Toad.
think I've
Toad's a
ever
classic.
driven as Toad.
I've never driven this Toad, but definitely a choice.
It
I
is
feel
a
like
choice.
Mario Kart characters, it's a personality type almost. Which Mario Kart character you choose, and I'm friends with a lot of Toad mains. Let's just say that.
All right. All right.
So Snoozy, OX Snoozy, Peach. You got DRX,
Peach.
Toad. You got all three of us with Yoshi.
Yoshi gang.
Any Mario?
Brings out my inner baddie. I love it.
That is so slay.
Peach.
All right.
There's a lot of Peach fans.
Got 5 minutes left in this race. And we actually have a close battle-ish for position, it looks like. Dayton Harrison is only half a second behind Luna. Something to keep an eye out on. These incidents late in the race have caused these guys to get really close together. And I think it's actually Harrison catching up to Luna instead
Man, he is
of
coming up fast.
Luna
Luna
falling.
dropping back,
Yeah, Luna
yeah.
dropping back.
Let's give a shout out, chat. I know there are Harrison fans in the chat. Let's what John said earlier. We're gonna give him some more of that horsepower. So let's get that chat going.
Absolutely.
Give Harrison all of the well wishes.
Oh, Dayton into the wall.
That's what happens when you don't chat.
Yep. See, chat.
The
It's all your
walls
fault.
just come in closer on these drivers when the chat is silent.
It's Chad, it's your fault. It's not the broadcaster curse. It's your
Definitely
fault,
not.
actually.
Number 1 Harrison fan. Crystal. Oh, getting lapped by, is that Christian? Yep. Man, Christian's
Christian
just
is
on
Cruising.
fire.
flying away with that.
Straight up cruising.
Now, I do have a little trick where we could turn off his internet next door.
You'd have to do it quick, otherwise he's still going to
about
finish ahead
over
of these
for
guys.
No, that's what happened what?
For his first race,
His
I
first
think?
race, yeah. It
Yeah,
just
he lost
disconnected.
internet right at the end
Yeah, that was
of
rough.
the race.
No, we can't do that to him. Zelbelski is pretty solidly in the lead right now. Well, not by much. 80 points coming into this race in front of Bechtel. So just this race tonight is going to put another 20 points between them if they finish as they sit right now. And I think Zelbelski would have to T-bone and get stuck into somebody to give Bechtel that 25 seconds that he needs in the next, 3 laps?
Or,
And-
Mile High Motor Club's having a rough crash night.
They are.
They could
And-
come around and really ruin somebody's race.
Got
Yeah, and
4
going off-
minutes. Make sure you get in that game.
Going off what Andrew said, we know Brian. He's not going to be touching
not.
any other cars for the rest of this race. He's going to be racing to the line clean. With the only incident points I think he has is when we saw him get caught up in a little bit of a pile up with some lap cars earlier.
Look
so
how consistent this guy is. Can you
we
see
need
this?
we need an award for the cleanest driver of the series.
Look at this.
Total up all the incident points through all the races.
This is all Christian's laps on screen right now.
Jeez, he's
That
so
is
consistent
crazy.
and fast.
Look at these. This is with traffic. Keep in mind, he is lapping people
That
and
is
still
There-
maintaining these.
crazy.
He is alternating between 121s and 120s. I don't think any other driver has driven a 120. So his pace on this track is beyond literally
That
every
is-
other driver.
That's,
not even close.
That's fast.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's check out Zabelski's lap times. Just going through 121s, 22s, 21s. Very consistent out of Brian as well. But yeah,
Which
never
we
touches
would expect
those,
nothing less.
never touches those 20s though. His fastest lap is the 121.
121.3.
Let's check out Bechtel. Very, very consistent. Look, I love this stretch of just 121s, one after another.
Oh, he did hit a 120.
Oh,
did.
yeah, look at
Yeah,
that.
a couple.
26.
Couple 120s, increasing the pace there.
There's another one down there. I just passed 120.9, 128. So yeah, handful. I can't do it, especially lap after lap for over 100 laps. That's amazing.
All right, well, the race is coming to a close. Andrew, do you want to pull up the incident points so we can see if our over and unders were correct?
Oh, yeah.
Who's in the?
I said under, right? I
Yeah.
said under 4.
You said under
Come
4.
on, come on. Let's see.
Only one?
Only one.
Oh, it looks like Dayton's finished with his race already. Christian is
Christian's finished.
finished. Oh yeah, because there's less than one lap left.
What a race.
Oh man. Only one driver.
Only one DQ.
Man, nice work, everyone.
All the drivers did a great job.
Yes.
We always think the number's higher than it is. Every single race.
Definitely.
I hear fireworks going outside for the win.
Chat, let's blow it up.
All right, let's go on.
Give your
Let's
congratulations
go on
to
board
the
with
drivers.
Christian. Can you, John? Can you get us in with Christian?
Yeah, let's go ahead and hop in the Moto House GP chat. Christian,
Cracking a beer,
congrats.
boys.
Congratulations, Christian.
Thank you. I'm opening up a beer. Can you guys hear this? Hear that?
We
heard it.
Hey. Hey, stop finish, Xavier. Way to go.
Finish, Xavier.
Thanks.
Oh,
How you feeling,
Oh.
Christian?
oh, I feel great. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Feeling great. This is what happens when I practice a little bit. I let Benjamin got a little cocky last race, so I had to show him what's up. But it was a good race.
Yeah, you lapped everybody. Wasn't even close.
Yep.
I think
That was about-
you- Go ahead.
That was about like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of practice.
Well, it was a fantastic race from all of you guys. Some really solid
Congratulations.
pace.
It was a good race. This track is tough, man. It's brutal. Everything hurts right now.
Yeah,
I'm
some
sure.
aspects it was a good race.
I'm even beat up a little bit. I'm usually pretty okay after these races.
We have one guy with a torn Achilles though, so give it up for
Yeah, that's nuts.
Shay.
Yeah.
Shay, damn fool.
Next,
Good
by the
run,
time,
man.
yeah, by the time next race comes around, you might have a guy with a broken toe. Which Zach is okay.
Well, to be honest, my back hurts more than my freaking ankle right now.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's probably not too uncommon.
Yeah. Good race. I feel like I was looking at EJ's name and my relative for like an hour and a half, just like
Dude, I was
Oh my
freaking
God.
trying to catch you for so long.
You guys put on a really good race. All you guys.
Oh,
I would say
man.
all of us.
Solid work, guys. Solid.
Thank you.
When's the next one?
Yep.
Next race?
Next week.
Next.
No,
When
I'm
is the
kidding.
next race?
No.
I don't want that, please.
No.
It
It's
is
next
June
month.
17th. June 17th.
Okay, so we got some time.
Nice little break.
Yes. And it's Watkins Glen.
Okay.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, Watkins
We
is
were
awesome.
we
That's a
were
good
we were
one.
debating about that. I was gonna
Yeah.
say some of us who love that track are gonna be really excited for it.
Oh,
All right,
man,
we're gonna kick off this
fucking trivia, dude. Sorry.
trivia. Mario Kart
It's
trivia.
Mario
y'all-
Kart.
Hold on, y'all need to hold up. I need to pull up a browser.
Did you guys didn't just do a race right now? It's so exciting.
Mario Kart. Oh
You're
boy.
right.
For 100 extra points.
Oh my god.
Ah,
Do we have a link to it yet?
It's crowd.live again.
Can you post it in
Crowd.live.
the chat,
Yes.
please?
Yes, please.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Please hold.
I'm showing the wrong results. While you guys do that, I'm gonna get the points updated.
Cool.
The
What?
code.
You talking about points?
While we're waiting, chat. Do you guys
Oh,
have
shit.
anything to say to the drivers, chat?
WHTCG. I posted it in the
Is it in the general chat?
yeah.
The link?
No, not Discord.
Crowd.live.
It's on Instagram.
And Instagram.
Oh,
sorry.
it's on Instagram. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Wrong chat. All the chats we have.
WHTCG. WHTCG.
Hey, who wants to watch that replay of Xavier and who was it, guys?
Dude, oh my God. Can we not? Holy
Oh,
shit.
Who
Xavier,
was
you
that?
should
Who
see
was that?
Well, when I got wrecked,
I don't know, bro. I
got
just know
wrecked
that
in
there
front
was
of
a
Xavier.
car phased into
They
my
got
car
stuck
and we were
together.
You
stuck
got stuck
inside of
together.
each other, and it completely threw everything out of the window. I'm so disappointed in myself for that. Like, holy shit, dude. Oh my God.
It's like both of you guys
It
were in the
goes
same
beyond
cockpit,
netcode.
basically.
Literally beyond netcode. I was sitting in the chat
Who was it?
freaking
Who
out.
were the two drivers?
It was Xavier and who else?
It was a navy blue. That's all I remember is there was navy blue on my dashboard.
Was it
Oh
Dylan?
man.
Okay, we're
Might have been.
we're
yeah.
pulling it up. We're pulling it up right now. Here we go. Watch this guy.
God man. And
Oh,
now
we're
I
s-
get to be on funniest home videos.
Wait, are you watching
Yeah.
the stream or what? Are you guys putting it up on the? Can
They're
I go
putting
over
it on
there?
the screen. Why do you want to see it, Christian? You're my teammate. What do you?
I do want to see it, but I don't like. I don't know how do you put up the stream. What the fuck? Here, let me. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over there to the other guy rear yet, so I can see it.
Oh.
I gave it too much throttle. That's all that happened.
Oh shit.
I just gave it too much throttle.
We weren't assigning any blame or anything like that. It was just very, very interesting the way that the two cars got stuck.
Yeah, that was my own fault. It would have never happened if I didn't throttle it. Just did too much.
Yeah, literally. Look at this.
So
Yeah.
disappointing,
We were
dude.
stuck together.
What?
Yeah, I think the only way they got out of it is because the other car reset to the pit.
Yeah, had Dylan not reset, it would have. Which
been it.
let's give Dylan some credit for that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Good guy, Dylan.
I don't think I would have reset. I would have just sat there.
I wasn't going nowhere, dude.
Xavier, you have someone in chat asking, is your name Apex Fortnite? Fortune?
No.
What does that say?
Mm,
Can't read. Forza. They were asking if you play Forza.
not anymore. Years ago, before I saw the light.
There you go, chat.
All
There's
the
your
lights, all the
answer.
light.
You were Apex though.
It was different games though.
You were
Not during
Apex
Forza.
Fidelity. No. Okay.
No, I wasn't during Forza. That was during Siege. God damn it.
All right. Does everybody
right.
have
Everyone ready?
trivia ready? Chat, you guys ready with
Remember,
trivia?
chat could help you out.
Yep.
Yep,
Chat
they
also gets
pick
to
a
pick their
team.
team.
You guys did put yourself on your own teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Hey, are we doing anything for intentional wrecks?
Sounds like somebody feels like there's some intentional wrecking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
everyone saw Dominic Wilder just absolutely ignoring every single blue flag that there could be.
Turn 1, he just turned straight left into me. I don't understand.
I mean,
I left
we're
more than
this
enough
smart.
room, and he
Yeah.
ran me out the track and wrecked me. I mean, if you guys want to watch my stream, you can.
Thing about blue
Intentionally
flags,
blocking.
it's the passing car's responsibility to pass, not for me just to give it up every single time.
You turned left
So-
right into me, dude. I'm watching it right now.
Dominic, you can't be serious too. You were fighting every position so hard.
Not necessarily, but all right.
Turn
think
1,
it's-
left 95, bro. It's right there.
Different if he wasn't 6 laps down.
Why
Totally
don't you guys
different.
send your what you think to the chat and Race Control can review.
Yeah. It's
Just
possible.
pause. All right, we're gonna start trivia.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Yep.
Same.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know the answers.
Didn't play a lot of Mario Kart.
I don't play a lot of Mario Kart.
Womp.
Did I get it for once?
Hey.
What?
Yep. Is it gonna give us? Yeah, I was gonna say, is it gonna give us the list? Because I know the list.
So pizza down there.
Okay.
It's not up on me.
Really? Did you guys knock on the door? Really? Yeah, I could, dude. I felt someone walk in, and I was like, is someone in here?
I got no clue on this one.
We all saw you driving in the dark.
Really?
Yeah, I was curious. Do you have like music on or anything? Is it just raw engine sound the whole time?
Bro, I have to hear the tires. That's how I know my grip level.
Oh, fair enough.
Because there's a fire, bro.
Oh man, I'm in 6th place.
Benjamin's cheating. He's got AI on the other one.
No, I'm just old.
That's fair.
That's awesome.
Don't forget, the faster you answer, the more points you get.
Wow.
I'll put my boot back on.
Might want to ice it too.
Shout out to my mom for watching the stream. I see your comments, Mom.
We tried to give a shout out to all the parents and family members watching.
I'm trying to cheat. It won't let me copy and paste.
Wait, the blue shell's not called the blue shell?
I thought it was blue shell.
Well, it should not be spiky, bro.
Well, aren't all the shells spiky?
No.
Not the red or blue or green.
Red and green aren't spiky.
Spiny.
Wow.
Yeah, same here. Man, we're down a man because Dylan left.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I misclicked. Fuck.
Same, dude. I knew that one and I misclicked. Oh. Trying to go too fast.
Almost. I was almost trying to go too fast too. I almost picked Kenrick.
Yep, that's what
I did.
Oh no.
I saw the first yellow thing and clicked on it.
Right, that's what I was looking for too, and I'm like, wait, no.
And I saw the broom. It kind of looked like his fishing pole.
Mm-hmm.
Glad no one picked Birdo, though. That would have been embarrassing.
Oh.
I've seen this. I have no idea what it's called.
I remember what it's called, barely.
I don't remember.
This is in the back of my brain. I just remember it from people like buying it and then driving it around, and then the cat, and they like run into their cat or something.
There's like, I don't know, there's like 7. There was 7 characters, but it was 4.
Yeah, the number doesn't matter. The number of underlines.
Yeah.
I'm almost done updating these points.
Oh, damn it. I know I picked the wrong one.
Who is Dylan driving for tonight?
Mile High Motor Club.
Was that the obvious answer?
Yeah, I answered it.
Yeah, it was too obvious.
It got banned because Peach became drunk on the podium.
That makes sense.
That seemed like a lightweight.
And who did Elijah drive for tonight?
Motorhouse.
I don't know. I'm just gonna guess.
I don't know any of these. What the hell?
It's too new. That's too new. Come on now.
I may have thrown that one. We'll see what the answer is.
I was gonna say, it's too new, guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, answers are all over the place on that one.
Oh. Okay. Let's go randomly selecting one.
Brian, how do you have 551 points? What the hell?
He's big brain Brian. You're meant to be, bro.
I knew this. I knew this one right off the bat. I'll tell you in 8 seconds. I remembered it.
I was never really a Nintendo guy, so.
Yeah, same.
Isn't it in the picture?
That looks
Yes,
just like
it
our
might be.
simulators.
But Namco co-developed the game. Yeah. So they put Pac-Man in there.
Hmm.
Selfish.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Good job, guys.
Benjamin.
Ah.
Riz.
Nice.
And Big Brain Brian.
I just like Mario Kart. That's all.
GG's,
Good
y'all.
job, man.
All right.
GG's.
Now for everybody that picked teams, so extra 100 points goes to
Does it
OK
show?
Motorsports. 75 bonus points go to Full Throttle, and 50 go to Molbar.
Cheaters. Are those accurate current standing?
Yeah. Current standings are live on the stream. Congratulations, guys. When is the next race?
17th.
17th.
June 17th, Watkins Glen.
Christian, can you mute your phone?
Oh, I'll get off. Yeah.
Hey, see you guys in upstate New York.
Christian looks like he just won the Daytona over here. Daytona Rolex 24.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go practice.
Good
Good
job,
night.
guys. It's great
Yeah,
watching y'all.
good job.
Peace.
Race.
I asked that question, but then I didn't listen. When is the next race?
June 17th.
June 17th, we're at Watkins Glen.
And we have a chatter that's going to fly down and come watch us produce the stream.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So.
Someone in chat.
Nice.
Hey, where'd you guys want the incidents? You said.
Oh, the incident points?
No, I'm talking about incidents that happen on track.
Oh yeah, I'll take a look at those.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
How do you send them? Oh, just like a video? Yeah, send them over.
Send them to the principals, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, principal chat.
Will do. All right, guys. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir. See you in a few weeks.
All right.
We're ready to
See you,
leave.
everyone.
There we
Everyone
go.
take
Thank you,
care.
chat,
All right.
for joining us. We appreciate it. We're going to give our drivers a break, let them step away from their sims. But you have the current standings. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again in a month. A little less than a month, but it'll be Tuesday, June 17th. We're going to start our stream again at 6:30. We'll have trivia to help your teams, to help you win free sim time. And thank you for joining us. It's been fun having you, and thank you for supporting River Racing Social.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Have a good day.
See you guys.